Couldn't agree more, but now it's time to bring out their opponents.
What is his angle?
And now, let's bring out their opponents. It's your 2024 Stage 1 champions. Make some noise for 100 Thieves!
We saw 100 Thieves already to kick things off here at VCT America's kickoff.
It's Cryo!
But what we ended up getting was 100.
Wait, Boostil is still in here? His hair's
They
so
looked
long.
good. It felt like this
Can I
was a
vote
team
yet?
that we wanted to see, you know, what you got to see all last year. If anything, they're adding more to it, trying to become better versions of themselves, and I'm definitely looking at Busio there to be the leader for this squad to guide these boys to victory.
For sure. Both these teams had their moment in the sun last year. Sen winning kickoff,
Fuck, I
100
wish
Thieves
I
winning
went today.
stage 1. But for 100 Thieves, it ended in disappointment at Shanghai. You've heard it from these boys. Pulling in one new player, keeping the majority the same roster. Their goal is success internationally. And taking down a name like Sen to start would rocket them on the way to do that.
Absolutely.
The
And
loudest
if
on
game
January
one for them was any
31st.
indication, they haven't really skipped a beat since last year. If anything, are looking better with very new ideas. Austin as Neon was looking excellent. The calling out of their camp too was very impressive. But this is going to be the big challenge today.
It's a big match, and you can see it on the face there of Asuna as the team huddles and gets ready for this, because even though, yes, this is the opening match, remember, this is a tournament bracket. Every single match matters in this situation. Top two get the puncher ticket to Bangkok, and one of these two teams desperately want to be the squads that represent America.
This year, Kaplan now joined by assistant coach Gunter, who was with him all the way back on Ghost Gaming with that roster, who had a lot of success in 2021-2022 era, and now coming in with a new meta patch with Teho out with 2 new maps in the pool. There's a lot of room for creativity. Remember, those are the guys that innovated Fade Rays way back when.
Oh, wait, we don't even know maps yet.
On both sides here, because yes, the Ghost Gaming bringing out the Fade Rays on every map, but Haven especially tore it apart. Then you have a guy like Zix on the other side, who's been an esports coach for a decade now. It seems.
League of Legends
It literally
before
has
Valorant.
been. 2015,
League
he
of
was
Legends.
at MSI Finals in League. But really, this guy, what he was doing last year with a lot of these mid-range
Cloud,
the Fade,
Haven,
the
and
Gecko,
Split.
tons of damage and utility. I think Tejo absolutely fits
Okay,
that
we do
style,
know maps.
and I really expect 100 Thieves to be playing more of that.
And your series layout split,
Split.
fine, and if necessary, we will go to Pearl.
This is 2 home maps from our respective NA squads of last year. So
I'm
with
gonna
lights out on
choose
Split,
Sen.
and we saw already 100 Thieves sticking
I
with
can't
that bond.
even vote yet.
Quite a massive comeback on
Where's
their
the
respective
vote?
side against MIBR,
Where's the
but they
vote?
won it.
Yeah, they went down 8-4 and then won 11 of the
100%
last
a jersey
12 rounds.
Wait, why
Take that
is their
through.
jersey white?
Silliness for sure, but hey, 100 Thieves, a little bit better as a result of that. Now they're going to try and see if they can do the same thing here.
Where's
Maybe
my-
not rely on some silliness, but
Where's my vote?
try and see if they can be a bit more declarative in their results. But now we got our agents coming through
Oh,
here.
yeah.
That's some
Wait.
fun.
Okay, so we get Tejo Breach, and I'm surprised more teams haven't paired this with the Yoru. I think being able to
Can I
teleport
vote?
into all of the
Hello?
utility is excellent. You also get flashes in your comp
Exactly.
besides just
Whoa.
Breach flash.
Okay.
Yo, we cooking out
Wait.
here, baby.
Oh, wait,
I
Yoru.
am on Team Sage. I think this agent, people are sleeping on it.
You've been
But
talking about Sage
literally,
nonstop.
the buff to the ultimate means you can get ults online guaranteed by round 3 if you're optimizing.
Oh, doggy. All right, Riot Games Arena, let's make some
Where's the
noise
vote?
as we get ready for this one and send it over to your casters. Who better to make the
Oh,
call
it's
than
right here, right
Uber
here.
Wire?
Okay.
Thank you very much, Golden Boy. Whether or not you believe there's a
1,000?
rivalry here,
This is
I tell
first
you
game.
what, we are going to have a
I'll
good
put
time one way
2,000.
or another.
I'll put
It's your
2,000
4th place
in.
team from Master Shanghai and 100 Thieves. 4th place team from Champions in Sentinels there. They're ready to throw down in the clap game of kickoff.
But crucially, it's the Sentinels that have won Madrid. They have multiple international trophies, an achievement that 100 Thieves as an organization and as this team's core, they are still seeking one of their own. This could be the beginning of that. They've already gotten an impressive win here over MIBR the other day, and Sentinels would be even more impressive than that. A standout North American squad from 2024.
But Michael, we've had questions about the Sentinels coming out of the offseason. A pretty lackluster showing in the Soup Cup. Some switch-ups in role on their team, seeing John Cucci go over to Initiator. Let's see how it plays out as 100 Thieves on the defense side now with Sen come at them for the pistol.
Quickly, you can see Sentinels using that Teho-guided salvo, the missile to insert Zekin into A ramp, and able to use that teleport just to get away, gather up with the rest of the squad who intends on hitting this B site.
Heavy pressure here towards B main. It was, of course, the stealth drone up mid.
Oh, they know.
Can feel something's in the water. Here they come. Bang, jumping through the smoke. Xander a little bit low, and Zelsa's going to clean him up around the corner. Flashpoint lights up, but Cryer still healthy. Has the armor to work with. Swing there with the classic. Gets back and forth stuff. 2 up here for 100 Thieves, but look at Zekin and Zelsa's low as you get.
Raise nade. Oh, he doesn't have it.
Never
Never
mind.
mind.
Dissipate in just a moment. We'll have to wait for Sen to show themselves. It's a party for the attackers.
If there was a raise nade, that would have gone crazy.
All onto Boostio at the moment.
This is an
Only the
ugly ass classic.
Still retaining his full HP when he started the round with Zekin solo on the jiggle. First tap, lovely.
Still 2 more to get through though. Boostio looks like he forewent. Any armor. It's just a help pool to rely on. 1 flash left. Time
Oh no, oh no.
Donald's gonna show itself, and there goes Celsius. More to do. 1 more to get through for Boostio now. Gives it a tickle. John Cutie shows a little bit of leg and now tries to get away, but that's a shot to the rear end. He'd soon forget. Pressure mounts. Boostio gets through him. But time not on his side. He'll have to walk away. Look this one.
That was IGL versus IGL, though.
Sadly take the consolation of the orbs. It's Sentinel with some nice fundamentals on display. That initial double swing through the smoke. 2 players in tandem to shut down Xander. That first Anchor 100 Thieves, they tried their best to flood in as a unit.
win's
They
a
got
win.
a lot of damage off, but it wasn't enough to net the kills. EU there trying his best with the Ghost. He lit a couple players up, just not enough.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's already standing up.
The
No
stand
fucking
counters at
way.
1.
Okay. Keeping track of that one at home, folks.
That was really gonna juice
Start for
my
Sentinels, of
points.
course. Boostio's 3-piece at the end of the round. Not enough to salvage.
Because he got those kills, though, he feels willing to throw a little
that
cash
was
into this
bad.
round. Does
Oh.
pick up that Sheriff.
Okay.
Salvo's come out here. This was ideally to allow Zekin to pick up that orb unfettered and unchallenged. Viper wall over towards A. It's a standard setup
I
here for
don't know about that
Zelsis.
though.
Sen can make use of this to get that ramp
Because
control.
they can still.
100 Thieves are calling a nice rotate here. They are gambling
Actually, no, I
towards
don't
that
know now.
site. They've got 3 players entrenched in its
Unless they had a
ground. He's making his way
sheriff
through
and they
screens.
peek
Send
behind the
one player
box where default is.
off over the wall with Zekin taking point. Just has the Ghost and has to teleport away.
Okay, that was the eject button hit.
Wait,
there.
he got
Zekin-
another TP?
Sentinels might pull out of the A site
I
entirely
don't figure.
now.
I don't know how it
100
works.
Thieves, though, they're already reading this.
Wait, Zekin's on Yoru. I just
From Sen,
fucking
they want to
realized.
cut noise. They want to keep 100 Thieves second guessing. And it's worked. 2 players. They left. Now they're coming back, and they might be back on time again, actually.
The double pump fake. Still drone, but seconds out in the open. No gate crash opportunity there.
What?
A little bit hot and heavy for Boostio, and eventually he'll be brought down. Arsena doesn't see anything and actually backs up. The timing really isn't on his side there as Zelsis
No,
cuts him
that
down with the bulldog.
that
They
like
have to go into
alarm
the
bot
side, though,
took
with
too
the time
long.
low.
In they go. Pressure over towards Supremes here. Xander goes low.
Ah!
He's going to hold the corner. Not bad. but
Wait,
not
it's
enough.
crazy that he
Sentinels get to
got
2.
one
Oh,
though.
God, 100
That's a
Thieves
lot
will
of
certainly take that damage, though. Nerdy was down to 36.
that's a lot of guns.
Despite losing both rounds, 100 Thieves, at least
Hey,
right now, mechanically, they're looking pretty sharp. There are a lot of headshots being hit.
do you love me or do you just want to smell the food?
16th time is the charm. Again, it's really
16th
about when those
time.
wins come up. I think the last one was actually 100
16?
Yeah.
11-4.
A rare dominant 2-0. The last time these 2 teams met at the end of 2024, Bang dropped 31
11-4
kills in a
is
map on set.
crazy. I know,
And
it's
then
so
they signed
stupid.
him, and then they gave him a blank check.
Dangerous and he's in trouble. Asuna pushes ahead of that. Great little defensive pop there from 100 Thieves.
And that is the kind of awesome play we're going to see with the comp that 100 Thieves have. If you just look at the utility down the line with these agents, everything syncs up together. Whether that's the slows and the Gravwells with any amount of use utility, all of those explosives. This is the definition of abilities don't kill in Project A. It's just...
Ăn tối á,
This
bây
gunplay.
giờ là 4 giờ chiều.
Rastan here will
Chị đang ăn cái donut.
check that corner tentatively. It is really him right now, so giving it a bit of space. This will draw Boostio back into position to buy some time with that aftershock, but Sentinels are happy enough rattling the cage and getting a reaction.
Zekin is trying to get a little bit of space up mid while this noise is causing some level of distraction towards B main, and now grouping up with him is IGL John QT.
Allows that.
Look how fat you are, Blue.
Does the checked out. Guided salvos being thrown out here.
It's interesting because that smoke makes 100 Thieves, or should make them.
Wait, how did Neri die? I wasn't
No,
paying
they're
attention.
splitting B.
Yeah, Cryo though, is he going to be ready for it? Might be forced out of the action here for the
Ở
time
bên
being.
kia
Playing
là
back
7
in this
giờ.
corner.
100
Ở
Thieves have the
bên
read.
New
They
York
are
ấy.
stacked up. They should win this out.
Here we go, Flash comes in.
Phải
Arsenal's
không
trying
á?
to play around the nebula.
Có
It's going to be
chị
Zekin that shows
đi
himself
làm
to
nên
the
là
back.
không
Now
có
drops
thời
off
gian
the Raptors. Arsenal's
để
going to see
stream.
them cover around the corner,
What?
and he cuts them down. 3 for Arsenal now, 2 to work with for Sandals, but time is getting short. It's just Zelsis. And he's going to pick up the pieces.
Oh, there's just no way. Cryo just needs to run at him and end this round right now. And he
Ooh.
does. 100 Thieves first on the board.
And that's around that starts off that util overload towards the B side that the Narrate just can't escape from. Fault line and the guided salvos catch him out.
Yeah, they have instilled the fear of God in Sen with the utility
bên này lạnh
combos that
vãi.
they have available. Beginning of rounds, mid-round, the trap plays that they can set up with this
Well,
is just brutal.
That was
that's
a lot of
they're looking for
util
the
though.
line. That's exactly
But it,
how 100 Thieves want to get
it
on the
worked.
board. Guns have been in a better place though.
Yeah.
We got a Bucky for Boostio and just the stinger for Arsenal to work with.
chị sắp về Việt Nam đấy.
Sentinels gathered up towards a second with a Bucky and the dimensional drift.
Ow.
Shades of old
Can I help
10
you? Why are your
0
face
could be
so
coming out
close to
here.
my
Yep. He might have a date with Crucio here.
Oh!
Golden's in
What?
trouble. Oh, hit by the
What?
Unreal! Turns a Bucky around on him. At least able to make it a 1-for-1, but Sentinels have gotten into the A site now. And bang! Perched on the rafters. Brooding. Waiting for that smoke to dissipate to take his opportunity. Senna in and amongst this A site.
How does that
Setting
fucking
up for
not?
the retake, 100 Thieves. Sending get some space, but bang, punish.
Oh my God, clear your
Man,
corners,
Bucky for 100
clear
Thieves.
your
They just need to break
corners.
this down effectively.
Clear
To the
your
inside
corners.
looking in. Cryo's able to cut him down with ease.
Oh my
That's John and
God.
Zelsis.
It's fucking everywhere.
Embedded
man.
around this Viper's pit. Celtron doesn't look like it claimed him. John's able to take Arsena down. It's Cryo stepping in. And it's up to Zelsis. Concussed briefly. That action from Elbow is going to be a little
No!
too much. Or is it? The Stinger claims
No!
two. Arsena puts it to bed. And now,
Chị kia xấu
get
lắm.
ourselves an even game.
With
Okay,
that plant,
pretty funny.
Sentinels, they can keep the pressure up, though. They can keep buying. And there we see the benefits of the
Sao
Sage.
đó?
It was something Christy was talking
Chị
about
đang-
on the desk. You get these
đang,
ultimates out of those
tập
reses
chữ
far
ký.
more frequently, and it did pay
Tại vì
dividends at
bên
the
này
end
toàn
of
phải
that
ký
round.
khi
I mean,
khi
hilarious how
mua
it
sản
begins,
ấy.
though, that Boostio
Chỉ
has
toàn vẽ mặt
the
cười thôi.
Bucky, the best counter for that exact situation of getting stuck and going up against a Bucky. That is just so silly.
No, it's
is nervous. They full stunned me. Your ulti, he missed his Bucky shot.
I don't
He's
think
right, though.
it
There's a fault line
missed.
set up to catch
exactly what I saw.
Boostio as he comes out of the dimensional drift, and it still ends up being a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
don't know if Zekin gets nervous these days. I'm going to be honest, but, you know.
Let him believe what he wants to.
I like the way that he's hyping up the team with that.
Slow war being held here by Cryo.
On this round, we are on the cusp of game-changing ultimates. Both Taeho's just one orb away from
Ừ đúng rồi.
Arcana's Boostio close to
Bên
that
này
Rolling Thunder as
ít
well, so you
dùng
have to
tiền
keep
mặt
it
lắm.
close.
Ở Việt Nam chị về chị toàn dùng tiền mặt. Nhưng mà chắc bây giờ chị không
Falls
dùng nữa,
back for
chị chỉ
John.
dùng
What a
thẻ.
catch.
Thẻ
Arsenal
thẻ
tried
quốc
to
tế.
back away in to those salvos.
Không biết sẽ như nào.
Those
Tại
missiles are just so
chị
well
đi Nhật hay là
placed
đi
and
Hàn
so
sẽ dùng
cool.
thẻ
They're
quốc
ready
tế
for
thì
Arsenal to be forced back, and he just
lần này
goes
thử
into
về
the
Việt Nam dùng
second
thẻ.
one
Tại
down
vì
the rope.
chị cũng không thích cầm
It's so
tiền mặt.
smart. Okay, I mentioned this in the cast we did the other day, Mitch, but this agent has been officially in the game for like 10 days now, and everyone is
I know,
running
how
this
are
dude.
people
It's
already using
crazy.
Taeho?
It just shows
I
you
mean,
how
he is
powerful he is
broken.
on release, how valuable teams find him to be, and it's just this immediate synergy with the Breach, with the Astra.
Oh my
that
God,
have
why is
been
it doing this
buffed
again?
Late 2024. So good, man.
shit. Wait, let me
Ubiquitous.
open it on
in
this
the metagame.
side.
Now, though, we saw Wall come up there in towards upper board. A lot of time for 100 Thieves. Send doubled back. Now still want to hit B. Wall come up there in towards upper board. A lot of time for 100 Thieves. Send doubled back. Now still want to hit B. Oh, that's going to catch Xander. This is going to be ugly. He's got no choice, and that's John with a second guided salvo killed this round. Then there's one where that came from. Here comes the Armageddon. 100 Thieves have to hop step away from
Armageddon.
this one.
Oh my God! What just fucking happened?
Catch the aftershock.
Seconds left.
That's not the
Oh, he's
Boostio
dead.
guy.
He's
He's
so
shell
dead.
shocked. What is going on?
Down
And
he
the
goes, and
blank-
not just him.
Wait, what
all
just
of
happened?
Attack FPS old heads. They too are shell shocked at what we're seeing on screen.
Where I come from,
Wait, what just
that's a
happened?
normal Tuesday, bro. That is a normal Tuesday.
3 utility kills in the round. Asuna.
Oh my,
I mean,
okay.
look at this.
Yep, he's dead.
Full line. He's flashed.
Yeah.
He's either walking forward into a missile or backwards into it.
Look at that, John.
Stunned into the salvo.
John clicks the map good.
And then the aftershock sinks with the Armageddon.
Oh. Wait, is
It's
this
a
called
silly
Armageddon?
game sometimes. It's a silly game.
That was Sen's salvo of ultimates, though. 100 Thieves have a set of their own, including Rolling Thunder and an Armageddon. Also a showstopper to
Okay, it's
leverage
actually
here.
called Armageddon.
Despite 100 Thieves winning those 2 rounds in a row, though, and then losing them, the state of the economy, not great.
It's been scrappy wide.
By any means. They've got a few stingers, and listen, they could flip this round on its head, given that Asuna has that showstopper, maybe finds an opportune moment to use that, find a pick, and from there you can have that domino effect of the rest of your ults going off, and you can win an upset round. It's not out of the question.
Nothing really spotted out by the drone there. This will probably provoke Asuna to wrap around to the B side to reinforce. Salvo's here paved the way through the mailroom. Sentinels are dotting the rise and crossing their T's, but it's about to get hot and heavy. Waiting on the other side is Asuna with a stinger. He tries to throw down, but bang, rips his head clean off.
Stinger
There's that
moment,
showstopper
stinger
gone
moment.
as well. Could have been pivotal. Off the field. EU smoked off.
He looked for a timing.
Yeah.
He might try and walk this. He's heard the footsteps now as they drop out off rafters. Bang, off the seat of Cryo.
Oh my God.
Bring him down. But there's EU.
No way.
Emerging on that top side. Narrates more like eulogize. That's a spray down on Xander through the nebula. And now Sen might just bounce away. There's still 26 seconds.
I mean, still 26 seconds. That's barely any amount of time, no matter where they go. If we go B, hold on, we're going to get Armageddon. They can't go back to A. There's not enough time, or we're going to get Rolling Thunder too. There's 14 seconds.
They've got to go
Who
for
has
it.
the Armageddon ready?
EU waiting on it. Doesn't make use of that Armageddon. Here comes the plant. There it is, Armageddon, but the spike goes down. That's crucial. John, no. That's a freebie for EU, but it had to be done for Sen to get the plant.
In the meantime, look at this reposition from Zelsis. This is so heads up. He has to win this round.
Good aftershock there from Narrate, though. That's going to slow things down. Zelsis has time to wrap, and there goes Boostio. EU
Yes!
his head. And the lights are well and truly on in Sen City.
No, he's standing up again! Stop standing!
Mr. Bundle himself getting loud.
That is
Stop
so
standing.
intelligent from Zelsis.
Sit down, sit down.
Just
Oh my God.
using Narrate, using
Imagine
the piece
being
of
the
bait
crowd
over
right now.
there on the
Sit
site.
down!
Was
Sit
grabbing all of
down!
the attention of 100 Thieves.
Aftershock is huge from Narrate there.
Now that is a hell of a round to win. Also, stand count is at 2. Yes, you know, but
Oh my God, well,
go,
it's too early
Let's
to
go,
be
baby.
standing
Let's
up
go, man.
twice
On his
right
feet.
now.
We're going to get more stands in an episode of JoJo, bro.
what a round to win, though, from Sen. That was an anti-eco, by the way, but they just got 2 massive ults
Yeah,
out
that
of
was
Thieves.
2 ults.
Say
That
goodbye
was
to the Armageddon and
two of
Rolling
the
Thunder.
important ults.
Imagine though if that Armageddon is maybe a little bit earlier and Dead stops the plant that John is trying to make happen. Then maybe that round looks completely different, but it's a matter of seconds. The Armageddon comes down, but John finishes planting, does die on his way out, but the stall util is beautiful. Narrate just had to buy 1-2 seconds. And Zelsa sweeps in, gets the job done. This is a sick game already.
It is sick. These comps are so fun, but yeah, we got the first time out call from Coach Zix over at 100 Thieves. World champion. Him and Boostio back on EG. Winning in this very city, LA.
They leveraged that dynamic duo last year to some pretty decent results. But bombing out at the end of those stage 2 playoffs with losses to G2
This fucking
and Crew.
turtle again. Why do people love this
Scuppered.
turtle?
The hopes of 100 Thieves
wait.
being at champions.
Turtle!
Sen win
No.
instead.
I can't go to a Sen game.
Right now
Like,
on the
people
minimap,
are
it seems like both
insane.
sides have intentions of going to the exact opposite extremities. It's Sentinels putting the
I'm going
emphasis
tomorrow. I
on
don't know
B
who's
as
playing
Zelsis
tomorrow.
retreating, feeling the pressure coming from 100 Thieves. Asuna on the chase, but he just rounds that corner in time.
So it looks similar to what we saw at the B side of the map that actually worked. It allowed Asuna to pick Narrate off. This time, though, 100 Thieves come up with nothing.
Artisan want to respond, though. They weren't in position to really go quickly off the back of that and take space elsewhere. The round has slowed itself down, and now they have to be worried about 100 Thieves players potentially going through sewer, potentially being in their spawn even at this point. There's going to have to be a lot of time allocated
They're
just to
in
re-clearing
sewer.
and gaining
Huh?
that information
No one has
back.
information right now. And was it all confused?
You mean like
seconds where
above
people were just
that?
trying to spray down through smokes? Speculate for a little bit. This ain't Robin Hood, this is the VCT.
100 Thieves are expecting some presence towards mid. They actually just went for a triple face, didn't see a thing. And now you can see on the minimap this rotate back, and you see Asana's POV with that as well. They're getting to the proper site in time.
This drone. Oh, that's a lot of information. 3 people detected and suppressed. Sentinels here, they syncopate this a little bit. They stop in their tracks.
They get the Euro in.
Now though they look for that ramp control wire.
Trying to pivot just
And
a
a
bit.
breach.
Bustio stunned up, but
You can
not
shrug
in
it off.
any real danger.
Where's
Zelsis?
Zelsis? Where is he?
Rolling thunder now coming in from the attack side.
Where
This is
is
Sentinels
he?
want to
Where
start
is
to
he?
close the grip around the neck of the Thieves. The Bustio drops down. He's been so hard to catch. He's able to find himself a 1-for-1. No plant quite yet. Bang! He knew something was coming there in that corner. And it's up to Zen to try and slow this up further. Sentinels here with seconds to go. Cryo to replace Zelsis. They can't plant it. And Cryo laughing his way to the bank.
And this is the danger of the clock being run so low in these rounds. 100 Thieves
Zelsis,
defensively are working
you were
the
like
map
doing
well.
the
They're stacking
ultimate
the sites at the right
flank.
time. There were pieces of utility earlier on, around that 30-40 second mark, like the stealth drone, for example, that just puts Sen on hold.
Yeah,
because they
that
all
shit
get
was-
spotted out. Then when it comes
That got,
down
like, 3
to
of them.
actually needing to plant the spike, they can't do it because there's still the explosives coming in.
Ugh.
Makes the situation
Wait.
so
Why was I in
difficult.
slow-mo?
Well, 100 Thieves, they tried to start the round with a defensive trap play. Didn't catch anything.
Oh Lord, Bustio has the Bucky again.
Oh no.
He's over to somebody.
Oh no!
Got 3 shotguns by the way.
Just walked at them. He just walked at them through all that Astra util.
That's their smokes
came out with
though.
one.
And my brother Asuna has the judge and Vents as well. This is ridiculous, man.
They're really not
That's
much
their
happening through the middle
smokes,
part of
though,
the
so
map.
they
It's
have
a very
done that.
dispersed Sentinels line up here, but they're inching towards B. Cryo might have to get busy again.
He's got a slow
Was
work
that
to
the
it.
play? I don't know.
Cause some delay if they were trying to explode out of B main. Get some of his rotates there and try to catch one off, but
I need more water.
then they're not going to hit the gas over at that side of the map just
They're
yet.
running the clock again. Really methodical here from Sentinels, but it was their undoing in the previous round.
This
Nothing spotted there for EU.
drone.
Now it looks like there it is. I was waiting for Zekin to send out that
I
gate
didn't even
crash
buy it,
with
though.
him rotating towards A.
I think
You
his
know that these two
rechargeable is
players here,
a missile.
Zelsis and Zekin, they want to make their presence known, maybe find a pick, and then Zekin is just going to regroup back with the other two in B main where they're intending on planting the spike.
And how does this influence Cryo's behavior if something happens towards Rams?
He already
Okay.
took that teleport.
He's out of there. So Zelsis here is really just trying to sell a ruse.
Did you hear that?
Timing sees Arsena get into rope. Zelsis is not going to get any of that action. Arsena will be close enough to reinforce from heaven.
The clock is so low. EU has his utility.
They're
This
on
is
B.
dangerous for the B players, man.
Cryo's
Oh
ready
my
for it. One
God.
snap. Zekin's going to be
Oh my
brought
God,
down.
man.
Where's the plant gonna
Oh
happen?
my
Oh,
God!
Plant Shell stopped the rate in his tracks, and once more Sen do not have the time to plant.
The clock has been their biggest enemy
Zelsis!
over several of these round losses.
Zelsis!
They need to pick up the pace in some of these moments.
He always
Indecision,
has.
but
he's
also
always
you
on
have
the
to
flank,
give credit
he's
to
so
100 Thieves for
close.
forcing them
Man.
to need to slow
I get
down.
tunnel vision.
To
I would've
have to
gone for
make
the
tough
3.
decisions. I don't think they quite made the presence or noise they intended on making towards A to draw the rotates there. The second really teleported without.
What are you doing?
Now he's standing up. Yeah, stand up, Lucio. Stand up.
Is that number 3 or number 4?
Yeah, 3, I think. Who's next? Tied up game
Whoever
here.
stands up loses. Like
And
that's
here it
just,
is, dimensional drift
that's the
once
script.
more from Zekin.
With the shotgun.
With the
Yet
shotgun.
again.
Look out for Bustio though.
Zekin might just opt to get onto A site here and play from elbow.
Luke, can you give me some water?
Bucky in hand, a dream in his heart. Concussed grenade there, thrown over towards the direction that breach, but Bang's going to be there. Cryo there, able to double down from upper. It's the rate getting there. But Zekin has to find a way to fight out of elbow with the Bucky. It's awkward, but he catches Bustio.
Oh no, is
Alright,
this
they're
a
one apiece.
Forsaken
For
moment?
now, out in the open is Zekin.
Is this
No
a
spike.
Forsaken moment?
Really no chance of salvaging this.
Nope.
Bam.
No, we're
That's
not.
4 for Cryo, baby.
It's tough when the long-range weapon is just the classic. And just as fast as Sentinels were in that site with all 5 players, 100 Thieves were flooding back in with 4 of their own on the
They
rotate.
shoot one
This is
heaven
some
and then they
great
just
defensive
stop
calling
looking
at the moment
heaven.
from Bustio.
And then
Mimi
Cryo
mentioned
comes
it, I
out
think,
and
on the
just
desk.
murders
We
everybody.
have 2 home ground maps for these teams, so no matter how this one goes, you're in for a treat for Bind coming up next.
Oh, absolutely. This is the map that Sentinels were the most winning on in 2024. This is what made them one of the top teams. And it's fun. I mean, it's fun to see
Cryo
them
is
playing
so
something
cute, man.
different going into this because they played the map 22 times with the Zelsis iteration of this Sen roster, all with the same comp. This is the first time we're seeing this Sentinels do something new.
And what a reunion of sorts, right? EU and Xander from the M80 core, both back together. The team that failed to ascend back in 2023. John QT, part of that same M80 roster. EU and
M80?
John opted to accept offers from VCT franchise teams where Xander chose to stay for another year and try and make it through Ascension the old-fashioned way. He this time allowed himself to be beamed up and join the 100 Thieves roster.
We were seeing those two have some cool synergy actually already in their first match against MIBR. This is a timeout being called from Sentinels as they started this match kind of hot, winning the pistol, but things have really come
did. What
to a
happened?
screeching halt. They're going to need to find
It's
a
'cause
way
you stood
to
up, man.
extract
Don't
this
fucking
utility
stand up.
out of 100 Thieves earlier on, but that's a tough ask when all of their agents have strong space denial util. It's just overwhelming. Beyond overwhelming. It's a tsunami when you're trying to
more
play.
water.
You can't do a thing.
Glue, give me
Cryo
water.
cooking, by the way. He's been able to step into these executes midway through and find 2 kills immediately in so many of these rounds.
Maybe
As it
Aaron
was
said,
available
I don't
now.
know.
Pretty
Maybe I'm
fast percent
screaming too
this
much.
time. They're burying up the pace. It is going to be Busio who need to set his feet on the A side and get ready for this. Just a clone so far. No actual commitment for Sentinels, but they are lingering over towards ramps now, though. They're out of there.
Yeah, there were multiple players spotted by the stealth drone sent out there by EU, and that's caused the full rotate
Two
back
stingers?
to Sewer. Sen are going to have to
Okay.
clear all the way up through mid, though. They don't have any information at the
This
moment.
Cryo playing
is the
solo, so getting
definition
value out
of
that res is
teamwork makes the
hard to
dream
do, but
work.
that wall still up for the time being.
The old reliable, the Valorant beta wall. Just throw it down right in the middle of split.
On this timing, Sentinels don't have to deal with it at all. Here's a slow orb. They might try and push this one. And yep, here comes Zelsis. And he gets, it just deserves. Cryo going to take another 2K here. And there's a bit of assistance, of course, from that Teo util. Arsena very quickly gets onto the scene, and EU's going to be there to take the place of his predecessor. It's beautiful. Heads are rolling. And 100 Thieves are lengthening their lead.
Beautiful
Oh my God,
adjustment
what's
from
happening?
EU.
What's happening?
Again, saying they're just routed from their initial plan
No, they're
into
so
the
confused.
waiting
Get
arms
the
of 100
spike!
Thieves. They are so quick to trade for each other, to flood back into these areas where one person is committed to fighting, that being Cryo in
No.
that moment, holding down Mail.
Our
He's
IGL is
got his teammates
confused.
there in time.
Our
with Austin
IGL
coming
is
through vent.
confused.
Everything is flowing really nicely for 100 Thieves. This is very impressive at the moment. Not quite as dominant as their first map against MIBR, but both of these series, they have started really hot.
I mean, that was 13-4 on Lotus, so
Don't do it. Don't do
it's
it.
deflating to see in a matchup like this.
Still doable, though I don't think it's going to happen.
It's on the
but
table, yes.
my God, they look good, man.
Okay.
This time, no early action from Sen. Maybe some mid control, but again, that standard
Oh.
wall is going to be there. Okay, Arsena's hearing this. Boostio set up with a fault line here, so Arsena can play off it.
I'm interested to see if Busio reveals himself here. There's potential for an Armageddon to maybe push him
Oh,
out
okay. Now
of
they know there's
that beheaven area.
two. Maybe
Not going
one.
to be triggered just yet.
That's that Viper Lurk neutralized. That's going to free up an extra player for 100 Thieves.
Okay,
on the
now they
inside.
know Astra is on B, and Sage is on B,
Here goes the smoke.
and Breach is on B. You know.
Okay, Slow Wall definitely going to get some work done. Cryo comes off second best in that exchange, but so far Sentinels are being contained. Here come the salvos. This is going to force some fancy footwork from 100 Thieves on this site, but still Sen have not committed. Still they wait. 40 seconds and counting. Armageddon from the attackers will mostly go unnoticed.
What?
John gonna catch Xander out. That is beautiful. Finally, they explode there out from Heaven's side.
Wait.
He's got a heck of a lot of work to do and can't really afford to wait for Arsena to get
I
there.
guess there was
Will have
a-
to be one. Arsena gets in and has to take
He's
the
heaven,
1v2.
he's heaven.
Pinchers clear a little bit of space, but John and Zach are gonna swing.
Oh,
Arsena,
What?
what are you doing? How does he find that?
Now, only Asuna is going to hit the mid-air dropping Phantom headshot. There is no other player in this game that will ever pull that off. It is only him.
That's not feasible. That's not. It's against the rules.
I'm feeling a sense of shock, bewilderment, and deflation from the Sen fans in the room. Oh my God.
Of course it's Asuna, my fucking zipline king.
Fathom.
Go on. Give it to us straight, Dr. Valerie.
This is not how the game was intended to be played. What? I mean, he can barely even see the second guy with the rope.
We're making a mockery now of the gunplay.
Oh my God.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
That was me.
Okay.
That's literally me.
It is day 3 of kickoff. It is day 3 of kickoff, and we have departed from reality.
It's scripted, guys. It's
End of the round,
scripted.
by
It
the
doesn't
way.
matter. It doesn't matter.
100 Thieves have immediately gone for this A fight. Austin's trying to carry the momentum
Yeah.
in. He's getting a little
Stinger.
sickly.
Stinger.
Lucio's there to trade.
Now, the second wave was there.
Oh my God, Bang is
TPing in the screens here.
He's in the screens. I'm trying to catch my breath, man. Holy crap. I can't believe this.
Lucio gets
Let
away
me get
with
the orb.
absolute murder there.
Wait, that's
Stuff
crazy.
your Bang not able to catch him. And now he is known to all of 100 Thieves as an interloper.
Yeah.
Fake TP still in screens as Cryo stays
What?
plus for the time being, and Xander has ripped one on Zelstis. It's all falling apart for Sen. 2 players still to work with now. They've got that mid-control at least. But on the wrap is Boostio.
And there are those missiles to force any 100 Thieves players back who would have been trying to fight from the stairs. Narrator wants to hit the duel EU. Oh my God, how does he not go down 2 HP? And he finds it.
It's up to John QT, Mastermind.
He can't be allowed to do that, man.
You know what the spike is
do
up
it,
there.
don't do it.
So up we go. More rope shenanigans. I'm afraid.
Oh, you're
Nicely
dead.
done. Down to 5 though. Dangerous. Rolling Thunder expended here in the last round of the half. And that'll be it. 100 Thieves. Heading to half-time with a 4-round lead. And we, folks, are still reeling.
I need to catch my breath. I need a water. I need to calm down.
Stun
oh
locked
my
by
God, man.
I need a refund on my
That play
points.
is one of the
Wait,
most
wait.
unbelievable things I've seen since this game's release.
No.
And it takes someone like Arsenal to dare to try that.
It's okay. It's
It is a
scripted. It's
Rolling Thunder,
scripted.
of course.
It's just don't let Asuna anywhere near a rope. He will do something crazy.
That's
is the
true.
old
That
Ice
is true.
Fox Reyna.
Yeah.
Pico going crazy after he made a play. I can't believe
That
this,
is
man.
true.
All right, collect yourself. Find which
Don't
way
let him
is
near
up.
the
and We'll
rope.
see you after the short break.
I was gonna say something. I forgot. Oh, I think Zelsis should be on Tejo, and what the fuck is his name? John QT should be on Lurking. Look, it's your Red Bull app.
Red Bull gives you wings.
No, I don't know the Sun roster at all. Mary and wait, Bang is in this? Wait, Bang is in Sentinel? Is this Curry? Wait, where the fuck is Curry? What the fuck happened to this roster? I'm so confused. Where is Curry? Oh my god. Okay, let me look up it on here. Curry said... Curry...
6 rounds in a row won by 100 Thieves, including the most unreal
He's not in...
from Arsenal
What?
that I've seen. And while The Hague
Curry
is
isn't
coming
in
for him
sending
for
round.
crimes against humanity, game development, and the laws of physics, we still have one half of split to play.
I don't think he ever
It's
played.
8-4, 100 Thieves in the lead.
Their defensive calling from Busio was really sublime there. I truly believe he got them back in the game with the rotates that he was
Oh, he
calling
did
for the
play
rest
for
of his squad.
Sen.
So on point. We'll see if he can
I guess
round
they
that
didn't.
out with a nice attack half, send
Oh,
us over to their
whoops.
own pick. Bind second week, forced to teleport away.
Yeah, Arsenal right behind that drone here. Realizes, wait a minute, we have the run of this place. They've gotten themselves into
Yeah, no, I'm so confused. Bang is
and
in
got that
it?
ball up, so it gives
Bang
them
is
a
in
position
Sen.
to rotate out from.
Curry is no longer in
Control
Sen?
now, and Xander, unfortunately, not able to clean Zelsis up.
3 players from Sentinels are ready to fight 100 Thieves here. The fault line is ready to go.
Wait, they
Battle line's been
replaced
drawn.
Xander with... Okay, Bang.
Arsenal's going to
Okay.
be first to test them.
I think that's it.
How fast can they be ahead of this fault line? And they come flash. Okay, 100 Thieves.
He's playing with his... He's playing against his old team, like...
Looks like
Oh, the
Dinosaur
sunglasses
would
is so
call him either
ugly
way.
this time.
Lovely little trap play where you have Zelsis over on the catwalk. He's taking that jiggle contact. Second he sees someone, Both
Bang
abilities
is on...
used to
Wait,
net
that's
that
so
kill.
weird.
Bang v Xander, the old versus the new, as far as 100 Thieves are concerned.
Ah! Right click on right click
Tries to get the tickle, but he's cool, calm, collected. Still wants that fight. Bang. Able just to get away from the fault line, but he knows the second wave is about to hit.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Send the guided salvos in. Zelsis down to 59 here.
Oh.
Speculating, spraying through the smoke. Gets one dropped
Right
on
click,
top of him,
right
and now down
click,
to 33. Needs to avoid this, but Xander is all over him like moss on a rock. And Sentinels have to work now from heaven. Cryo does get fault line, but they drop down past him. It's going to give him an opportunity to intervene. Zakin low takes Cryo down, but Boostio will be there with a two-piece to finish off the round.
What?
That was a really nice pivot from 100 Thieves into the B split late. And unfortunately, Sentinels, they just could not find
I
the
put
kills
2,000 points in
in
this
main.
shit.
Zelsis was trying to spam through,
Oh my
but the
god.
positioning became so
Wait,
awkward.
where
They were
is
in
Xander from?
the exact wrong location for a split to come in, right?
I don't know where
Trying to
Xander
play
is
more
from.
towards the side around pillar.
You know,
It's tough to
9
contend with
9
100
4
Thieves
curse.
execute.
I'm not gonna lie. Pete, I hit you for 84, Pete.
Yes. It's the state of the game.
I'm saying that's what
That's the
Teho
state
does.
of the game.
Friend or foe, you're getting blasted.
Poor Pete.
It's all classics here for Sentinels.
Despite being a fantastic advertisement for the bundle, it's not a
Xander
compelling case
is
for a round win.
from V1.
Sen need it badly.
Okay, wait, M80? I think
They
that's
sneak
where...
away with the pistol here,
Donkey
already
Kong.
having a distinct lead. That's smarts.
And it may just be a
Right
telltale
now.
sign that this is the dawn of a new era for 100 Thieves, that they now
I think that's what they
rush teams
said.
on map 1. Last year, they always lost map 1 and had to
C9S.
run it back on the following 2. But so far, they crushed MIBR in their debut match on Lotus.
Sen Classic
And are
with
looking
Lead
to do the
Buddy.
exact same to Sen, their long-standing rival, the rival that always gets the best of them.
Okay, that drone from Sentinels towards B is going to
Oh,
sort of signal
Oh,
close
oh.
and clear, but the timing's good. 100 Thieves already descending on the A side. Some presence in heaven by Zelsis, but he can't test this Nebula. So Asuna,
Okay, he light lobbed it. That was going to force Zelsis right out of the way.
interesting.
At this point, even hopes for doing damage from Sentinels certainly dwindling. Forced to push into the classics, exchange of util.
Fingers,
Oh my god,
fingers,
shots are going
fingers.
awry.
dirty flash. The Teo utility come back in Cryo's direction, but he's found a
Oh
little
my
bit
god.
of
Oh,
and bam! That is dirty.
Cryo, stop!
All up to narrate here. That one was short-lived. Cryo puts him on ice.
And I know Ender right now is in the
Cryo's
AD
so hot, man. I don't
studio
know
just
what to
like,
tell
he's
you.
one off the ult. He's already one off. He's obsessed with the Sage
Just
ult
say
change.
shot.
Battle
Also gotta be,
Siege,
yeah.
Battle Siege.
But he is one away from getting the res already.
Yep, 7 orbs required now.
That could be enough to win out this round. Cryo is 21 for 8.
I'm surprised they haven't showed the crowd
This
yet.
was a big narrative last year of how much Boostio had really rejuvenated Cryo's career, instilling this guy with the confidence that he just did not have in 2023.
It was such a big part of their run, I think, into Shanghai.
Oh, this is so fast from Asuna. Off the stun, gets the first, but can't connect on the net.
Oh, it's going to be there. They're coming like waves. Narrate picked off here.
Alright, GG's.
Bang is nowhere to go. We
GG's,
can't push out
man,
into Big
GG's.
Garage because that's been aftershocks. Oh, buddy, you are a spectator
Have
in
me
this
call
round.
him? Yeah,
Sentinels.
give me his number.
Let's take an observing contract here.
25 seconds in, the round is just done. There's no option for Sen but to save 100 Thieves, recovering all of the rifles. I'm sure Boostio will be able to upgrade here at some point, get over to the middle when the spike is going to go off. This just feels done.
Yeah, GG's, man.
How does Sen even get back into the game at this point? Their economy is
Honestly,
in the bin.
after that round with us
A
in the
round
rope,
worth 2 for 100
I'd be done
Thieves.
too. So I just FF.
Snowballing towards the ultimates. Economy going to be out of control. Just carrying over their opponent's guns.
Tail's so ugly, man.
Still at least some smiles on the faces for Sentinels players, but again, man, contrast this with last year, where Sentinels have a pretty insane offseason, springboard into a great kickoff into Madrid, winning Masters Madrid. Here, there were question marks about the role assignments on this team, the changes they'd made, of course. Sassy intends to part, and honestly,
Damn, I'm so
picked
sad
up where many
Saucy's
people
gone.
expected so far on their
Like,
map
whose
choice.
head
They
are they
look
gonna shine?
barely visible.
What?
There's that little fun fact about Asuna just showing how long he's been with this team.
He's grown
It
up
is
on this team.
crazy. 1,545 days this guy has been playing.
That's
for
5
Thieves.
years?
Longer than the average university degree.
It really is.
Oh no, don't do it, don't do it,
Ready to teleport to space.
don't do it.
Cryo is just too fast and he slips away. There was no assistance for Bang either. No one to trade off of him.
No uni for Bang, just a school of hard knocks, Wyatt.
I think Bang is nervous to play against
Pretty
Hundred
dispersed
Thieves. I
across
don't
the map
know.
here, but just losing that exchange. When they really force into this round, it bodes very ill for them.
I don't know about.
Narrate fancied hanging around, but he'll just look to stall here.
I don't know about this roster. I thought
teammates, though,
Kirby was
are
gonna
on the
be
scene.
in this roster, and he's
Some players have
not.
really swarmed towards that B site. Double rotate. It's just Second trying to
And Sage has
have
res.
some amount of info towards
Yeah,
A. Do they really want to
Wait,
recruit
Sage
this?
has
If they
res
do,
and
it
he
could be
peaked first?
The round all said and done.
Oh no, don't do it. Oh no, oh no,
Swing on
stop.
the Celsius. Tests the
Stop,
waters.
don't go
He
here.
gets devoured by Moby Dick. It's going to be John QT having to go huge here. Nice little double makes the space
My
for himself as
IGL?
well, but caught inside the salvos.
Oh, no.
Stunned up. He was concussed, but he can buy this time. No
My
right
fragging
wants to play
IGL?
off him here. Sentinels are adamant.
Oh my god,
Not
oh
gonna
my
try
god.
to stay in this game, but that was a pot to end them all. And a res here for Boostio.
100 Thieves are reading these guys so well. Cutting noise, posting up for the full re-clear. It's just second. Oh my god, the flash is perfect.
Okay, there's something here. Cry with 1 HP. The Zekken's heroics aren't enough to salvage the round, and now
he's
Sen are
nervous.
looking down the barrel
Zekken is
with a
nervous.
harsh loss on their map of choice.
Have to put a lot of respect on the 100 Thieves calling at the moment. It is phenomenal. The patience there in B main,
Wait, this means?
the heightened awareness to
This
this
means that I
eventual
go...
re-clear.
The stubbornness.
The game hasn't been ended yet.
John does a fantastic job
wait,
getting
100
two, but even at that, just being caught in the corner, and
They
you
know
have
he's committed. They know John can't leave.
If they
and even if
lose,
they
they're
trade
gonna
out
be
poorly,
in
as long as Cryo's alive,
February
he has the
3rd.
res for that situation. It's such an advantageous fight
Which
for
is
100 Thieves
next
to take.
Saturday. It's probably gone because they're sold out.
And now, of course, he called that timeout here. What might be the last
if
round
they
of the
win, it'll
game.
be January
Economically for the
31st,
Sentinels,
which
it's
is
the kind of
Friday.
round where you are
Wait.
scrounging. Get a couple Guardians under your belt. That's it, really. We're one orb away from EU's
Where are my
Armageddon.
tickets tabbed?
Honestly, Boostio having a role in
Okay.
Thunder isn't out of the question.
February
As you
1st.
can see, Coach Kaplan aging
Return.
rapidly before our very eyes.
I'm aging, bro.
It is awesome to
This
get this
game is giving me
prime
stress.
Cryo again.
No,
He's at the
look
level that
me.
we saw in that last year when 100 Thieves took down that Stage 1 trophy, when they were really dominating the rest of the region. We're a heavy favorite in everyone's mind going into Shanghai. Cryo was putting up sickening numbers every single map, whether he was playing Duelist, whether he was playing Smokes. Against MIBR, went 38 for 22 across the series, already 22 and 8 right now. Outrageous stuff. When he is on, you have to put him in the conversation for the best player in Americas.
February 1st.
Round number 17.
It's
And it's
probably
map
sold
point to
out.
100 Thieves. Three grouped up over towards this A side now, and a Nebula theoretically to allow them to cross. Zekken has to pull out there. Back to A.
It's Saturday, so yeah, there's
Now we have that ramp control acquired from Asuna, pressing forward slowly, just a contact push.
Man,
Zekken sends a gate crash back
if
into
they
his own
win
spawn,
though,
so he can take an
it'll be
initial
Lau
fight towards
versus
map
Ooh,
Phoenix,
wait, that
get
was a good
away.
game.
There was just no hurry for 100 Thieves here. But we saw Sentinels bleed the clock a little too much on their attack side.
Thank
Asuna knows
you,
at some
thank
point he needs to take some
Oh.
risks.
I don't think the drone actually spotted him.
Okay.
Just heads up spam from Zekken, that intuition.
Okay, slow walk here. Means no follow-up was possible, but fault line comes in and Cryo's going to have to shrug this off. But looks like they're headed towards ropes. Linking up now with Boostio in mid. We've got 42 seconds left to play, and now Xander has to get activated on the B side.
Center definitely feeling like this could be the B split. They've rotated 3 players over there. Are ready for this.
Great
What
start.
a kill
Yes!
for Bang to find.
Yeah, smoked
And I think
it.
that was spam. Threw a smoke again.
Oh.
We're at the point in the round now as well where even if 100 Thieves
Oh, they
finds some
thought it's
kills,
fat
they
ass
have
gun,
to
bruh.
contend so much util.
Parrot, oh, what? Okay, Arsenal able to find the right there. Not sure, but okay. Bang now going to get ready for this as he hears the satchel overhead, but Boostio claps him, and it's up to Zekken and John QT. John sat here, caught inside CT. How does he intervene? It's going to be a catch at least on Boostio, but he still gets the plant. Zekken's dimensional drip will lay the setup bare for 100 Thieves. Cryo, though, looks like he might be ready for it. John wants to fight his way out of spawn, and that surely is not going to get you there. Up to John, the mastermind, now initiated to save the day for Sentinels. But Cryo is in a post plant, he's ready for it, and John is low. Just the regen shield won't get you there. And 100 Thieves issue a strong statement to Sen City. What have you got left?
Cryo is just him this game. He was above the rest.
Okay,
Not
Cryo
even
is
close.
always
What was
him.
that,
Like, there
24
is
for the
not
map
a game where
total,
Cryo
but
is not
24
him.
kills for 8 deaths on the Sage. Mental. From
Well,
100 Thieves star.
I can't go
The calling
February
from Boostio, though, was really
Which is
stand
probably
out, and I
where
think that was the
Sen's gonna
biggest
be.
difference maker in this
I
being
could go
such a
see- I
one-sided
could go see Cryo.
affair. I'm so impressed right now
Wait,
by this
wait,
team
let me
that
see.
are clearly in the flow
January
state.
31st?
I mean, that last round of the
Ooh,
game
it
is
is
the
a lot of
perfect
seasons.
example of what you're
Loud
trying to
versus
avoid for
100
Sentinels.
Thieves.
You
That'd
do
be
everything right. You stall out.
Wait, okay.
You don't overcommit. You find 2 spam
If-
kills through smokes off good timings, and then once the hit comes in,
G2
you get
versus
slapped
C9.
in a 3v5. Crazy stuff. We're going to leave you with the highlights of this as we get ourselves ready for another
gonna
map.
be
It's the
Lev,
second
basically.
consecutive
Who's in
series in
Lev?
which 100 Thieves have won their first
I know
map.
Asphalt Lev.
13-4 before going on to their map of choice.
Lev
So let's see how it plays out after this.
Demon 1. Ooh, Demon 1? Is it left? Wait, where's Alpha? MIBR? Lev is in MIBR? That is so random. Oh, that's such a downgrade. Okay, Loud, under the C9 probably. Actually, no, G2. Yeah, I really want to go February 1st. Tickets were sold out from forever ago. February 2nd.
Okay, Team Secret, we need you guys on the stage now. Come on, let's go.
Let's go.
What team is this?
Let's go.
Okay, wait. I need to do some math. Not this page. February 2nd. Might be Sen if they win against... Wait, okay. This is gonna be down here. Right? And then MIBR and EG are there. Wait, how the fuck does it work? Oh, wait, no, they're gonna be over there. They're gonna be January 23rd. January 23rd. Okay. January 23rd, which is... Wait, there's so many tickets. It's Thursday. Wait, it would be... Oh wait, would they be down here? Wait, I'm so confused now. I don't... January 23rd or 24th? Because the crew is down here. Where the fuck would this go? Because this went down here. I don't know why. So Sun would be January 24th. And then... Okay, wait. January 24th.
I'm with 6 on stage from 100 Thieves before game 2. An absolute domination of split there. This is looking like 100 Thieves meta.
Okay, there's
How's
also
the
a lot
team
of
feeling?
tickets
How
for
are
January
you feeling
20th.
coming into this split?
January 24th.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The meta feels really good for
It
us.
would be... Oh,
but I mean, in
technically
general,
it's
like
so
we can play a lot of different styles. I mean, obviously we have
NRG
like our
versus
classic
Zen,
like
probably.
super disrespectful style that we're like, you know, it works very well in the current meta. I think with the addition of Teo, we've found ways to implement him better than other teams. So
I don't know about
super
that.
happy about that.
I don't know
some
about
of
that
it
one.
showed, but not like to its full capability today. But I would just say honestly, we're just playing a lot better than them today. And
Are
also
we?
they seem a bit
Are we playing
shaken.
better?
or like low confidence. So
Are they shaking?
I mean, we're definitely gonna abuse that. I mean, we're a team that's gonna be super disrespectful, and it works in the meta.
Oh wait, this isn't Cap. Oh my god, I'm so confused.
So
this is not Cap.
definitely feeling good going into
Kaplan wears glasses.
Great, thank you for the
What am I
inside
talking
Zix. Best of luck there.
about? Oh, yeah.
And of course,
But yeah,
we
Senzu
had
looked very
one of
shaken
the
up. I don't know what's going on.
craziest
This
moments
is why
that
you
I've
do
ever
not
laid
stand
eyes on
up.
in this
This is
game,
why
but
I told him
we
to sit
got
down.
so much trash talk back and forth between 100 Thieves and Sentinels to start off this series squad. And
Boostio,
I mean, I'm just
Zelsis
what a way to start
on
things
one
off here.
stage
Second match
is chaos.
of the day here at kickoff, and
Oh my gosh, the E-Daters.
I did not expect that going into this.
I guess
guys.
they're
Like,
IRL dating, I don't know.
4? Yeah, 11 rounds in a row at the end for 100 Thieves to win, by the way, which is almost exactly what happened in the last series on Bind. 11 of the last 12.
It's absolutely unbelievable. But to harken back to what Coach Zix was saying in that interview, I think that this meta really does fit them. If you think to 100 Thieves a while ago, they were in the early teams playing Sage. Their Fracture comp 2 years ago, they were always running that agent there. They were early adopters of a lot of new ideas with Double Initiator, like the Fade Gecko last year, and everything was clicking in this game. I think especially with how good this comp was on defense, stalling out Sentinels.
It's because from talking with Zix, he's very like micro details oriented coach. Where
That is a giant ass hat on that
they all
penguin.
this like mid range utility that, and their setups are really well coordinated.
No,
Yeah,
Cryo
it has
just
really
fucking
been
insane.
awesome to see 100 Thieves evolve the way that they have. And
That's the
now
TLDR
taking a look
that
at some of
game.
these bigger clips here, though, it does feel like, Mimi, Sentinels
Wait, that
really
was-
struggled to find those
Not
reads.
gonna lie,
Yeah,
no?
I think this comp is really killer to try and mid-round against on the attack side because you're starting off with that first volley of Teho Breach
Just kept
utility,
losing on time.
which is, yeah, that's what's going to initially stall you out, right? You have to re-clear space that they take early on. Then you're going into the mid-round. You have to take care of the Sage wall. You have to take care of the
So much
Sage
you
slows.
have to go.
And then you're
Oh my
finally
god,
getting
they didn't
into a
show
set
it, but he
play.
got
And then they
shut
have
up right
another
there.
volley
That's
of Breach stun. Teho Rockets online. And they're
who?
just overwhelming
Whose
you.
hat
with
is that made for?
And
That's just a
even
long
when
hat.
Sentinels were playing like correctly in terms
Like,
of
that would cover
getting
your
around the
eyes,
site
I
faster
think.
to not just get stalled off of the plant. Asuna all of a sudden comes back. The rope
The
deep.
greatest.
Look at this.
No,
in the 1v3,
I don't wanna
gets the
watch
kill,
this.
Drops down. He's gonna go for a silent drop here on the rope, but the timing is brutal. And somehow he gets these kills. Watch it on his POV. Drops here. Lands
Literally, this was the round that fucked everyone.
And this is
Like,
not the first time Austin has done this. Austin
Oh
is
my
the
god, I
rope
haven't played
dealer.
Valorant
We've
in so long.
all
What the
seen
fuck is the
clips from
word?
Back on
Yep.
Icebox, where the RNG is just always favoring him
Mental.
somehow. It is
He fucked up
insane
everyone's
that it's
mental.
still
That's the word.
happening
Oh my
4
God.
years later.
He's actually that guy. He's the longest tenured player in VCT America.
I need to change my Valorant to Vietnamese Valorant.
4 years ago with ropes. Unbelievable.
I just...
4
you know,
years
he
ago?
gets the
Wait,
first kill,
Icebox?
and then the
Reina,
second one
Icebox
comes
is
through,
4
and you're
years
like,
ago?
that was cool. Hey, good job on the second kill. And then the third one happens, and then at that point, my shirt came off. At any point, though, folks, let's go ahead and
years ago.
send it over to
Okay.
hear what the coach of Sentinels, Coach Kaplan,
3,
had
4
to say
years ago.
going into map 2. Let me find my clothing.
What's Matthew?
I am joined by Kaplan, coach of Sentinels here before map 2. Dealing with Asuna and all the crazy stuff last map.
Dealing
definitely
with
causes
Asuna?
maybe shakes, jitters.
You
What is
mean
the team doing?
Cryo?
And how are you going to bring him back for game 2?
I think we're feeling good. Respect to them, Sage is not a common agent to run into. It's hard to get practice against it, but it's a good pick on the map. I think that threw us off and just kind of put us off our footing a little bit. But going into Bind, they played the same Bind for a long time. They look very similar to last year in their last match. So we feel like, okay, let's just reset. Now we're going into a game where we know what to expect, and it's a really good opportunity to just find
I
our
want to
footing.
see
Coach, thanks so much.
Zekin
Appreciate
and
the insight.
Neon. I
Best
know
of luck in
Neon's
game.
nerf, but like, I want to see that shit.
Always a pleasure to hear from Coach Kaplan, who gives us so much insight there. Kind of like what he was saying just now about the Sage.
Yeah.
Because you lost
that
your
a-
mind. Sage
is that a
locked in,
VCT
and you
mini G?
all your clothing.
I'm a big fan because I think the way stop about the clothing, the way Sage changes the angles you have to fight, like Coach Kaplan was talking about there, it requires a lot of like brain power to figure out where players can be, where to place your crosshair, those types of things. And the way Cryo on defense was using the Sage wall wasn't just the basic out in mid wall that he's putting down. He was throwing slightly different angles of walls up towards B heaven, which he was able to play around. And often as a solo B anchor, it allowed his team to focus heavy players on the other side of the map because he walls heaven and can just hold the site almost on his own.
Yeah, we really did see some excellent ideas from 100 Thieves in that split game. But now we set our sights on Bind. Can Sentinels force this map 3? We're going to find out after this quick break. Don't go anywhere as we have Bind coming up next.
I don't know. I think they should just check corners and shit. They like barely checked anything. I don't want to do anything time forward because that's gonna be boring. The second game, not the first game. It's gonna be energy versus. Wait, who's on energy if Demon won this? Dom FNS is back. Okay. They can never fucking leave. I just don't know where.
Some bold words from Coach Kaplan down there on the floor at halftime saying 100 Thieves are still playing this bind map about the same way as we saw last year. Well, that might be true. He definitely wasn't ready for what they had on Split. So let's see if it plays out the way he thinks it will.
And the thing is, he's right. From what we've seen from 100 Thieves on Bind, the map that they were picking and dominating on, all of 2024, when they played it against MIBR the other day, they were running the exact same comp. It's still their home map. They still have the utmost confidence in it.
Why is it giving me 1,000
the meta on
1,000 hours to like
bit different though for Sentinels.
No fade.
Or
no fade.
Minutes, 1,000 minutes.
The same as 100 Thieves. Outside of Tejo, it's just that one-for-one exchange.
Okay. Yeah, curious to see how this plays out. It's just, that's how powerful Tejo has been. Some teams considering a plug-and-play option. And any initiated spot.
Definitely. And 100 Thieves, there we go. Yeah, they are playing that same comp they did against MIBR the other day, and pretty much all of 2024. This is the map that they were able to go on a crazy run with. They got it in almost every series. They dominated every team, made it to Shanghai because of it. And then all the other teams started playing their comp. They wanted to play like them. And it started to drift a little bit lower in their pool, but they never shied away from picking into it. And 1 year later, that remains to be the case.
Now, look out for a couple of things on this map from 100 Thieves, especially on the defense side. They like to try and make those trap plays and those sort of B-long rushes with 4 players behind some U2, but we felt that against MIBR, they were kind of passive at times.
It was the side that they struggled on. MIBR
I just
got back into the series by playing very well on their attack, and 100 Thieves not being able to stop their big site executes. Their anchors were being dealt with pretty easily. The only times they had success were really on rounds where they had ultimates and were able to make a play off the back of those. We'll see if Sentinels are going to be able to take advantage of this weaker point of 100 Thieves Bind, as MIBR did, or maybe 100 Thieves will have made the
MIBR, they lost,
necessary
bro.
to just win this out clean.
What are you talking
dominate
about?
Sen again on their own, on 100 Thieves' own map pick this time.
Yeah, again, one that we've seen a lot from them. It looks like Xander on this map seems to be the plug-and-play solution, just to come in and basically do what Bang have been doing prior. Same Viper, right? The one down A short. Sometimes, they're sending that one over towards B that sort of cuts across Hookah and gets them in there.
This is a map for 100 Thieves where we've seen EU
I can't believe
really
Sentinels
be able to
lost
shine.
Split.
A lot of people saying that he was, in terms of utility,
Can you
the
believe
best
that,
player
They
in
lost
America's
Split.
last
Sentinels
year. This map
lost
being a
Split, dude.
catalyst to that conversation. His fade play is phenomenal. Cryo was putting up some crazy stat lines on the Brimstone as well.
He played Clove yesterday. It looked incredible there as well.
And you got an inform Asuna, so this is a dangerous
Asuna
lineup
played
of 5,
Clove?
looking to make it one step further.
I should have watched yesterday.
Qualifying for Bangkok, trying to finally lift an international trophy.
International? You gotta lift up the national one
Hit a little
first.
economy early. What was the expectation here that Sentinels are doing something a little bit more B-biased? And Asuna will be taking that first contact inside Hookah. He's got the paint shells as well.
Asuna does like to play this corner pretty frequently,
Yeah,
actually. A lot of 2-3
good,
setups with him and Xander. He's about to take contact, but just can't find the kill.
Wait, I thought he would have died.
Overwhelmed there. Zek had the
To
antidote
the
to that position there from Asuna, digging
Wait,
him
let
out
me
with the
put
blast
points
pack.
in. Let me
A
put
position
points.
like that, playing in Hookah in these corridors, in lamps as well, against the
No!
team. That's nightmare fuel. You are going to get hit
I didn't
by
predict
so much
me.
util, so much damage. I mean, the classic defensive play against a Brim when they have their ult on bind is don't play in lamps because you could just get fried by that. Well, that can kind of be the case every round with Teo to some extent.
Why do you look so depressed? What's wrong?
Sky Smoke's being set up here
All
for
you
Sentinels
do
now
is
to that
eat
time.
sleep, bro.
Standard smokes over towards the middle of that side.
Okay.
But
Oh, what?
Timing from EU. That is disgusting. Oh, buddy. Sentinels are not ready for that. Got the initiative here for 100 Thieves. Has left them by the wayside so many times. And that's 4 for EU on the pistol. You just gassed him up. It's the gunplay that really set him apart there.
The gunplay and that supportive flash coming over the top. Boostio sent the Dizzy over, blinded up everyone who was running through the wall. Didn't exactly know where they were supposed to aim.
Freeze frame.
Despite finding that first kill.
Look at
Oh man,
you
Dizzy,
seen this shit,
Dizzy
bro?
got very busy.
A great recovery. A lot
I know.
of 100 Thieves success on this defense
How
is
does
going
that
to
keep
hinge
happening?
on Boostio's utility.
How does that
They
keep-
love playing off of those Dizzy, swinging as a team off of them, setting up trap plays when he has the ultimate with the Thrash. Zen have to be ready for that.
Early showers play with that Teho util, paving the way. It's going to be Zekken. He's getting himself an AWP here. As Sen have really nothing to work with on an anti-eco like this.
There.
Boostio with the bucket.
Yet again.
Still a better love story than Twilight.
Posted up in
What?
hookah. One of the best positions for it. 100 Thieves are taking this nice and slow. They are really not trying to push the issue.
Well, they don't
anywhere.
have to.
Allow Sen to play into them.
Down to the 1
Look
minute
at
mark
your
now.
table.
And those
Where is it?
Prowlers have cleared through shower. Arsenal definitely getting a little bit antsy. So
Oh, no.
Popped in. Yeah, they're pushing in.
What?
Where do you go? Just kind of popped himself up in the air. What? Unreal. He's done it again, Wyatt.
Asuna is a one of one. There is no player like him.
Okay. Gets himself above the util with the blast pack. Comes down, gets a paint shield kill and 2 more. At this point, Sen are picking up the pieces. Vaporized by 100 Thieves.
And Asuna's on the fast track to getting the showstopper early here.
Nah,
This is the
bro,
player
what
of
the
100 Thieves that after their offseason loss, and even prior to that, frankly, it has been the trend for the
Are you
100
seeing
Thieves
this
fan
shit?
base for a while to point the blame at Asuna for their woes.
He has to dodge his own paint shell. And he gets
Ridiculous.
banged with the secondary wave of explosives.
But
Wait,
so
this guy
far,
is the avalanche on Chad Mountain. I'm sorry.
so far
I
this
know,
year,
bro. I know. I
Asuna has
know.
been lights out.
This is insane.
To the extent that in the first series against MIBR, Asuna put up an average ACS of 306. That was a better
Oh my God,
series
excuse
than
me. You're my
any
hair,
he
bro.
played in 2024. His first one. Immediately shutting down the doubters.
So much life still left in him, that's for sure.
I
Still
love
young,
100
still
Thieves. I
hungry.
just hate Boostio. I don't know. Very
Just what 100 Thieves have
conflicted.
needed these last couple of rounds. Setting now exploratory on this gun round. We've got the double stack over towards B long, pretty standard here for 100 Thieves. And it gets the team that can't split them up with a one-way like Omen. Can really abuse it.
Yeah, they love to play these bait and switch setups towards B long 100 Thieves, and they're jiggling, drawing that attention, and then Asuna's the one who's ready to pounce.
And the
They're
Raze
really
is in the
conditioning that there's
corner,
not a player
but
holding the off angle.
Trust me, guys.
I'm throwing this snake bite because I don't want you to come up here.
oh,
Ouch. Xander already had the ghost to work with there, if I'm not mistaken. And
Oh.
it's enough percent. They're going to pull out here. Maybe smell
okay, good,
something
good
to get
idea,
off.
good idea. Back
Sick
off, back
reaction
off.
time from Narrate. Super mechanically skilled
Wait,
player
they
who
have
debuted in
almost
Europe
the same
last year
team.
despite being from
John
America,
QT's on
was a
Taeho
standout
again.
Challengers.
Cryo calmly steps back from the battleship's worth of ordnance being
Oh my God, oh my God,
Still relevant in this round with a TP plunge for Boostio.
That's the spike. The spike is down.
He digs in with the ghost and is able to cut us down.
Oh
Already 5
my
seconds in the
God.
round. Bang doesn't think he's still there, but he was waiting. Zekken though. Oh, Zekken gets the shot down. But guess what, buddy?
Oh
There's
my
no
God,
plan.
oh my
This is
God.
unreal.
There's no time.
Oh my
These guys are getting rinsed, and
Oh my
I am
God, with
stunned
the
at the fashion in
ghost?
which it's happening.
the ghost?
That reposition from Asuna was
With the ghost,
excellent
too.
to be prepared for the eventual teleport that was going to come
Okay,
through.
that was
if
crazy,
things
that
on
was
A
crazy, that was-
were not looking good for Sen. That was
Nah,
the case
that was
with
crazy,
this
that was
right
crazy.
here. Come on, the accuracy with the ghost. The frustration on the face of Kaplan.
Feels like these games only come around once in a blue moon. The sheer audacity from 100 Thieves over the last 3 rounds has been staggering. And they just sent
I don't know.
Sentinels rifle round back to
Sentinels
Lumbridge.
are like not awake or something.
They are able to buy up again decent enough. A lot of light armors, the Guardian, but worth
Yeah.
doing, obviously. Getting close to a couple ultimates, but nothing big on the table for either team.
What's happening?
Aside from Austin and EU being one orb away from their own ults respectively, so that could pay off later in the round if one of them finds a kill.
I'm ready for a normal round.
Yeah, me
Gentleman's
too.
round.
Yeah, surely that will happen.
Cry here looking to refresh that one way likely. Teo Ordnance comes in and he gets out. Again, another round where he just calmly avoids it, gives up the space.
You like
Molly
it?
here to interrupt a potential plan, and Zekken knows he needs to try and take a fight, wins it out, but Arslan is going to be there as a second line, and what a
Oh my god, like 3 people there.
Once more, and Zelsis is the deer in the headlights as the showstopper comes in.
The utility is just so oppressive right now. Austin on the swing and gets the 4th. One with the ult, one
You
with the
know,
paint
at least
shells.
I didn't put points.
I did one of them chunder bags.
Good thing it didn't let me vote, boo.
Oh my goodness. Sickening stuff. But again, this is nothing new, right? This stall, the fact that 100 Thieves maintain that backside control while lets them deploy all of these snake fights, mosh pits, you name it. They've
You
got
don't
it.
like it?
And it's the little moments like those. And it's the
Okay,
little
wait.
moments like those too,
Hold on.
where
Yeah,
despite
come
EU not getting involved in terms of the fragging, just that one well-timed haunt sealed the round for 100 Thieves. All 3 Sen players default revealed they're cooked. They're eating the molly into the paint shells, the showstopper. They're getting swarmed upon.
Boo's still standing
He
up
gets
looking
so much
at
value from this fade. He really does.
He's like, be for real.
The team that really pioneered this
Blue.
composition. Someone on Fade who you always feel like is going to have an outsized impact on the game is EU. Arsena having his ace denied that previous round, but it was a great fallback.
I
from
just
Cryo,
see
right?
Bang and
Defense,
I still
after
think
all
that
the
he's on
tail
100
util
Thieves.
comes
Like,
into Lamps, gives it
because
up,
he's
but still
on the
able to have
top.
an
That's what I'm
impact
looking at
defensively.
first.
I'm looking at a much more proactive 100 Thieves on defense than we saw against MIBR, the one half so far in this tournament that they have struggled on.
This is why you don't stand up. Honestly,
They're
Boo
doing a
still stood
much
up this
better
game,
job
so
at
I
flooding in
have
with their
high
own
percent.
utility and fighting aggressively while the spike is being tapped.
And that was against a deadlock comp that they kind of let the executes happen, but
Where's he
here,
standing on?
they're interrupting them.
Oh, it's the little
The two
bags.
initiators, Lucio and EU, have been getting mega value, and it has just set up Asuna for the freest kills.
Wait, no, I'm confused.
Center
I'm
on the
confused
eco
on the
right now, out of the
teams.
timeout. We'll see what Kaplan has
Oh
cooked
my
up in
God.
terms of a little cheeky plan here.
Okay,
before we
red
get into the real
is
plan with the
10.
big buy on the following round.
Might have to be a
Bro.
fast play into Lamps with the
Plans be
Bucky, I think.
Bro.
Now Zelsis just gets his head ripped off.
Okay, honestly, they're on
Free
the
haircut,
eco.
but the inverse
So.
Mohawk probably isn't.
Next round is where.
Arsena
it
has to
starts.
watch out. Shotgun on the right side. John QT hits him with a
Okay,
big iron.
Sheriff.
And that's that Lamb's control, excuse me, and plant down for 7. Zekken has earned a showstopper to boot.
That Prowler is going to come in really handy.
Oh, they got
to
spiked
wait
down
for
there.
the
She got
lamps.
spiked down.
And actually, EU's rotating over towards Heaven, wants to pick that angle up.
Here's that showstopper now, coming out of Lamps. Zekken
He
threatening.
shot that shit. Where the fuck did
Lucio
he shoot that
here letting
shit?
Wingman go to work now. It's going to get that to half at least,
Oh!
but John steps up, brings him down. That's half.
That's
Three
half,
plays
man.
left to
That's
work with
half.
for 100 pieces.
Ooh.
Well-laid plans fall apart. The reset shuts down a deal with
Ooh.
nothing but a
Okay,
classic.
Sheriffs.
And I think even for EU, even for someone who's been dominant, this would be too much. Narrate eventually cuts his life short.
They haven't had a chance to show it, but nice little reminder that these guys can shoot.
That is
Little
true.
thrifty. I think that's like a 4 classic 1 Bucky round that send win out.
Yeah, the
No,
Sheriff
that was like.
into Lamps
I think that's
finds
2
one
sheriffs.
as well. I think that
that
was
2 sheriffs.
John got a kill for the first 100 Thieves player that was trying to swing in there.
Asuna, yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Yeah, that was a great kill, and
Oh my god, I hate his
recovers the
voice.
rifle from it. Gotta give
I hate his
it's
face,
just
I hate
pure
his
individual
detail, I
play
hate his
from
voice.
John
I
mean,
Harris
Bang
over the
knows.
finish line there. And
Bang knows exactly what's about to happen. This is the same style that 100 Thieves
Yeah,
play in this match.
we're on the board.
can't be understated
He's
how
returned.
desperately they needed that round. Stop the bleeding, get their economy stabilized, bring some rifles over. The Thrash gets
Wait,
a
they don't
lot
have
of
the
info,
banners
doesn't
anymore?
actually find anyone.
Wait, that's kinda
Asuna's too
sad.
aware.
Evidently doesn't need information to get kills. Must be nice. Narrate
No,
here unsure about
Miracle.
when or where Arsena's about to emerge, but Zelsis elsewhere is able to bring
This one,
Boost to go down. That was a long shot from Octagon to the B site. Narrate, great patience.
Great Molly as well, just to force
Nishonya.
Asuna out into the open, into danger. I mean, Narrate's in danger right now. The Dizzy is so good, but he can't
Confidence.
capitalize.
God, the guy is audacious. Wins it out by trading that Dizzy in. And Narrate has absolutely earned this plant for Sentinels.
Verizon. I'm switching
Has
my
to
internet
need to buy this time
provider
for a
to
moment
mobile
at least to get
sucks.
Cryo in position. to try and go for a 2v4.
Or do they want to just save
Did you want
the
this or do you
significance
not
of losing
want
their
it? I don't know, wait.
anti-eco on their economy?
Hold on.
They're having a crack to believe in themselves. What
Do
a
you
day
want
for
it or
them
you
too.
just want to eat it?
Prowler thrown out here, but EU will be flushed away from
That's
the
what I
position by
thought.
John QT Salvo. Okay, 2 versus
Cryo,
2.
please.
Patient,
Cryo,
gets a
don't do
bunch of
it.
damage there
Don't
from
do it
up and down.
again.
Needs EU to be the active player. Cryo sneaks in, but
Okay,
Zekken
okay,
so
okay.
hard to shift from that spot. Just little peaks, a little bit of damage, and Zekken shuts the book on 100 Thieves for a second consecutive round.
Zekken should just always be on Raze.
There
Like,
it
it
is,
doesn't
so
matter the map.
much there towards Hookah.
If it's Breeze,
Pushing Asuna
Raze.
out
I
of
don't
the
care.
teleport, able to find that kill, and then immediately following that, lovely Dizzy to get back into Hookah, find a second. It looked labored, but eventually, on that reswing, Xander Punish shut down. Gets the rest of his team access to the site.
Nice, Zach! Zach,
And the
stand up.
economy is suddenly
Zach.
broken for 100
Wait
Thieves.
for a round. I want a round before I stand up.
No, don't stand up. Don't do it, please.
Talk about emotional leader.
He said
I'll
that
trust
stand
him.
up.
Zelsus was just on his feet. So he's definitely making
You
sure
have a
there's
book on your
plenty of
eye.
verticality over on the
You
Sentinel
gonna
side
wipe
of the
that
stage.
shit on me, bro?
An important round to win. Zekken definitely biding his time, looking to come alive in this game. It's a good round, and it's going to keep 100 Thieves quiet. It's going to keep a lid on their economy, because like you said, that's a round where they could quite easily have just gone for the save with those 2 rifles still in play.
Yeah, John Cutie has saved this team, and it's not from his IGLing just yet. It's from his individual play on that eco round, finding the Sheriff headshot, picking up the Phantom, getting a second, and then that carries over into now where they can begin to snowball, maybe for the first time in this series, against an utterly dominant 100 Thieves squad.
Oh, they do have the banners. That
We've
girl
gone for a
didn't have
hero
it.
rifle
Okay.
here.
Ooh.
EU is feeling it. Asuna, of
I
course,
should have
probably
put my banner tomorrow.
we saw last time with the Stinger in his hands, he found a 3K just outside of Lamps.
I don't even know who's playing tomorrow.
And I'm
Who's playing
taking note of
tomorrow?
Busio holding the Thrash right now. 100 Thieves
What
have
day is it?
a variety of different little set
January
trap plays that they like to
18.
activate when they have that ultimate. They've been using this comp for so
Tomorrow
long that they've pretty much
U2C
shown them
not
all
Renegade.
off, but
Actually, that's a
still,
pretty
when you're
good
going
game.
up against it,
Ox?
which one are they going to go for? When are they going to use it? Sen have to be careful.
EU eventually forced to divest his
C9
stake in
and
Showers.
Demon 1, okay.
And again,
I can
seeing
see
what
Oxy
this
and
will
Demon
come
1
his
tomorrow.
way. And yet, the stat for 100 Thieves is over towards the B side of the map. EU with the rifle, can he have impact? That one clatters uselessly to the ground.
Zekken has that ultra fast swing from the stim beacon. EU is just not quick enough with the reactions to shut him down. And at this point, Sen can really stabilize this game. Asuna, though, just catches Zekken unaware, pressing too far forward alone, getting a little greedy.
Yep, Bangs tucked here, Cryo goes low,
Your
but they
butt
do at least
itchy,
have his
huh?
orbital to work with. Cryo wants to smoke here, shut down that spot that Narrate has been holding in his close fight consistently, and there's
What?
straight into it. Bangs that up on the side for now, and risk of being
Oh
sprayed
my-
down. He finds 3. That'll keep the head above water. And now again, patience can reign for Sentinels as Asuna should have nothing much to say about this round. A kill, a third, in fact, will be all she wrote.
Asuna trying to save this one, but not going to happen. Zelsus is ready to cut him off at the pass.
And that's 3 rounds in a row for Sentinels off the back.
And that's
Off a big
Zelsus
thrifty.
off the chair, getting the crowd back into it. Zekken, though, just on that fast swing, and then
He
it's
saw his
duo, the
fucking
newcomers
toes,
bang.
man.
Nere throwing up that
That's
dizzy, catches
crazy.
all 3 of them. Nere has really been getting a lot of value these past few rounds.
Stand up, he says.
Stand up right now.
Kind of looks like Zelsus' little brother, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it's the hairstyle on the right, and Zelsus, I think, doing the carrot top look.
Who still?
Sans
Is that
curls.
who?
100 Thieves have their full buy now, and they have a few really important ultimates to play with here. Excuse me. They've given up B long, Sen have control. And from this position, they can begin to work the map, try and draw rotates elsewhere.
It's a similar look to what we saw previously from 100 Thieves, just the stack towards elbow.
Looks like they may just want to creep into this site. Well, the wall is going to keep them at bay for now.
Yep, they are going for it. Here's the thrash. Can they make a play off this now? Very quickly, Senna trying to get on out. Zekken backs down this B long, and so no blood
Lot
drawn.
of util,
That's
nothing
exactly what you
happens.
want to do against 100 Thieves playstyle.
Literally
Draw the
nothing
trap out and then re-hit later on. All the while, bang towards me, running forward. Asuna with the showstopper again. 2 for 2.
Gets himself second and now sent. Packing over towards his A side of Sentinels. Going to be clearing the way out of showers. Hunter Thieves do have that Storm utility. You've got to hold this position though, and Bang could unravel it. They're fighting for it. Zelsis knows he can't afford to have volleys thrown at the side as they're getting a plant down. But Cryo, unshiftable here from Lebs. Eventually Zelsis deals with him the good old-fashioned way. Dizzy neutralized as is Boostio. And now we got a 2v1. Still no plant. Xander's shoulder pick reveals Zelsis. He has to take the shot, and with 12 seconds left, it is a tough ask to stick a plant. 2 fakes. Xander not drawn out of position. That guy is far too canny for it. And in the dying seconds, he gets off it. Zelsis now set for 4 for a clutch. No time left for him to work. Arsenal knew there was no point going for it.
Man,
Those last
okay.
200 Thieves players played that
I'm done
very well.
squashing
Xander
your
just
butt.
biding his time with the jiggle peaks, jump spotting, keeping the pressure on Zelsis, who assumed that the second player, Arsenal, would have been there far quicker than he actually was. You could see how much fear he had due to that, just never wanting to stick the plan. You can't blame him for it. It was an awkward timing to play around.
Oh my god.
Nice little 2-piece from Cryo. Limited opportunities for him to come alive in this game, but that was important. Arsenal, they're not with the
Wait, who's
just to
that?
pop up, send that showstopper in.
Is that Xander?
That being said, all of that damage that has been done has kept 100 Thieves' economy very honest. They're all really low right now. Boostio is relegated to just the Bucky, though. I think he's happy to have that in his hands regardless.
I think he feels right at home. We'll be evacuated briefly because of that Teo util. That will allow a staging ground to be built for Zekin.
Xander with the judge. He does like to play this angle with the judge pretty frequently.
Good for one, usually. Not this time, though.
Okay.
His narrator's been so solid.
He is really stepping it up. A lot of people surprised he wasn't on an America's team in his debut year last year. It was K-Corp taking a chance on him.
He had trials, but nobody really went for it.
Yeah, proved himself overseas, and then Sen said, come right back.
Is he
Replace
American?
Saucy, a legend that departed from their roster. Big shoes to fill.
Zekin is out of there. That, though, gives him all the information he needed to hear. 40 seconds left. Senna really stretching this out.
He
Another
is
trap play, though,
American.
was just thwarted.
Oh, bang, here's the rotate from Cryo right
Why
now.
is
He
he
does
30
have a
seconds
tiny... Catches a free one onto Austin. Lovely from Bang, and
In
they
the
can
TP.
pivot back with the TP.
Cryo knows now he needs to double back himself, but he has no side control. Util coverage at Heaven and through Vent, so there's no way the 100 Thieves are flooding onto the side here. They're going to have to let this happen. The time. Sen might get interrupted here on the way through. Narrate over towards the side here. Time still of the essence now, and that orbital comes down, but the spike was still deployed. It's second falling though. 100 Thieves have to go for it. But what are they working with? A bucky for Boostio, and he tears Bang to shreds. Now though, the real work begins for 100 Thieves. John sat up a triple. EU giving him a little bit, but not committing. Boostio able to upgrade to a rifle, but shows himself, but John, it's methodical!
Oh my god,
Surgical!
that's the edgy. Oh.
It is deconstruction of 100 Thieves in the post plant.
Finally, some life coming back, the energy coming back in the room after 100 Thieves dismantled Sen on map 1. And it looked like this might have even been a blowout too, the way it began, but Sen are right back into this.
God, this is the game sense.
That double headshot in the second is the chef's kiss.
So in at that range with a Phantom. And there's that vintage John QT. So 100 Thieves here relegated to a very poor buy in round 10.
2 players from 100 Thieves. Just trying to be stuck in who can hold that down while they stack up one more extra on a straight up execute. Cryo goes down.
Cryo loves to play inside those smokes, come out on weird timings. Banger shut that weapon down for 100 Thieves here. Showstopper available for second. Arsena. Navi quite available, but Narrate just got his brain splattered over the wall. Ugly, Arsena, cute.
Yeah!
Doesn't work 2 times.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And Xander here just says, okay, can I make something happen of this? There's really very little to work with. 100 Thieves pooling their resources. And he's going to sit on top of that molly. We are an even game, folks. Once more.
Sentinels are beginning to build towards a lot of their ultimates for this pivotal round. Could be worth 2. Zekin has the showstopper. He told Jordan he was going to get him a highlight round. He was going to stand up eventually. This would be a really nice one to do it on. It would break 100 Thieves' economy. It could get sent into that 7-5 lead heading into the second half. Could see some real contention for the orbs, with Zellsis 1 away from his ultimate 2.
I can feel the anticipation for a round like this. The crowd knows that this is where Sen really try and drive the knife in deep. Xander really has just been a role player, yet to be able to have those moments that defined him in challenges in this game.
Ooh, oh, they know,
It's a group
they
up in pretty long here for Sentinels. It's a 3-1-1. Here we go, it's time for second. It's kind of body block there, awkward, but John's going to be able to dig Arsene out.
He did get body blocked.
Fully commit though, just pops up, playing on top of the stim beacon. And yeah, send that rocket away. Still Sen know they need to walk up on this site, and Zekin is going to be at the 4. All that U2 are getting thrown down, covering the site, meaning Sentinels are in there.
The question is, do 100 Thieves try to flood right now off the top?
Yep, 3 players sat inside elbows. Zellsis has a sense about it. He's also got an orbital strike. That could be devastating here for 100 Thieves who are grouped for this. Okay, in goes Wingman. Second, clears him. Now 100 Thieves are inching up in elbow, getting closer, but still no flood. Cryo going to be held at bay. This might slow things down even further. There's the horn. Here's the play. Second sees him as the smoke comes down. It's Boostio picked off and then he backs away. It's a second for John now as Narrate wants to get his hands dirty. He gets involved. Xander found 2, but that's all he could ask for. And EU really doesn't have a hope in hell. That's a clean round from Sen. And they'll have his gun too.
Wow.
Great hold of the site from Sentinels after getting that spike down. So much delay from their utilities. Zellsis having 1 extra smoke to place towards elbow, wasting precious seconds.
Wow.
And then still had his ultimate as well, an orbital strike. He's carrying it over into this round against a bad buy from 100 Thieves. And then John right now, razor sharp with the
frags here. Nice, boys, let's go. So when are we standing up if never?
Homie just wants to be on his feet.
They should just take away his
Maybe they'll give us a
chair.
reason here. I've been standing this whole time. Why?
So
Can confirm. It's great.
Xander's been over towards B-Long effectively every round. This time has the pit for some extra control, which you're going to assume will be pushing Sentinel elsewhere. You know, given that they've traded off a Fade or maybe a Sky in place for that Taeho, they don't have the best utility at clearing out a pit. They really just have the Wingman. That's about it. And you don't really want to be using it for that. So it's going to be the A site where they want to hit with that Armageddon, but a counter ult keeps them at bay. Excuse me.
Now Arsenal was ahead of it. He was inside showers here. That Nightfall tells you everything you need to know if you're 100 Thieves. There are Sentinels players stacked up on short, still waiting to pull the trigger. Now, in comes Zekin off the satchel, but Arsenal shuts it down instantly. It's John, though, again, always good for 1 at least. Responds in kind. And now to send Walker. No fanfare, no pomp and circumstance. Spike gets put down.
They use both ults already?
Difficulties here could be with trying to get Boostio in position to make something happen with this Bucky. You need to get him in lamp supporting Cryo, but he feels like he just has to give that up.
Just to push Boostio out of the way there. He tries to dive in. This is awkward. They're stacked up. Narrate's going to bring Boostio down, and Cryo was so low. That was awkward for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, that was really awkward.
Couldn't get their ducks in a row.
That was so awkward.
Or rather, their players were too much in a row, it seems. Narrate there just lazily flicks Xander out of existence. He'll make it 3. Easy pickings here for Sentinels, and that's a 7-round half an attack.
And a comeback that you really have to
Did they win like 7 rounds in a row? I don't remember.
John Cutie and Narrate,
it was like
both of them getting outsized value from their initiator util, specifically in the case of Narrate. John Cutie more so in the case of the gunplay. It was the eco round win, what feels like ages ago, where he got an opening kill with the Sheriff into a kill with a picked up Phantom that he got from that initial kill, that they were able to bring this thing back. So big step up from the IGL.
Bang 13-8, Narrate 11-9. The newcomers to Sentinels setting the tone and pace heading into halftime. Don't go too far, folks. Bind is bound to get even more explosive.
Okay, what the 7 rounds in a row? 3 and then 4. I don't know what this round is. How did they lose this round? I don't remember. I'm gonna go get water. I'll be right back.
It's Sen City claiming 7 of the last 8 rounds in that first half of Bind. 100 Thieves map pick and one they looked very good on to start, but they start to slow down. They start to get figured out. It's Bang, Narrate leading the way, and John QT walking up onto sites and finding crucial involvements.
Bear in mind, 100 Thieves' success on this map, at least against MIBR, it came from a destructive attack half. They ran it all the way back, winning 11 of the 12 rounds played, which is mental. So Sen have their work cut out for them. This is 100 Thieves' favored side, no doubt.
Let's see how it plays out now into the pistol. It's Zelsis. Unlike Arsena, who was tucked right into the corner on the right, Zelsis gives himself the option to leave, and he's happy to abscond. John setting up here. Unclear where he'd be sending these salvos, but it will give the hot foot to 100 Thieves.
You can't ask for much more from this defensive setup if you're a Sen fan, and 100 Thieves Execute comes in. They're ready with the util and 4 players to shut this down.
They have it stacked. Zelsis with the timing catches Arsena, but he's going to be there. Oh no, he's walked into the trap and still found one despite being flashed. Still, +1 for 100 Thieves in terms of the player trade, and John QT again evens the score.
He needed that one. Such a high impact kill from the IGL.
100 Thieves, they are committed here to playing from hookah for now. Arsena drops, John QT caught with util in his hand, but Zekin had his back. A crossfire plays out beautifully for Sen, and now it's up to Cryo. Took a hit from those paint shells, and Zekin says, all right, did I stand up yet?
Does he stand up? I'm looking.
Glued to the chair, Wyatt.
Seated. Staying seated. I mean, that was pretty... I think that's worth standing up. You're on the comeback. Now you're in the lead. You're extending it with a pistol round win. 3K.
I think, look, I do think...
He has high standards.
Zelsis has a flair for the dramatic, right? It's one time in the game, and it has to be the right one. Just because you sharpen your spear doesn't mean you bring it to the battle. There is life yet in Sen City. You'll notice here we've got a judge for Bang. Narrate clearing that horn early here through showers. And Arsena is going to be the man with that first contact. Zelsis, though, already getting busy. Bustio out of the round. Narrate allows himself to back away with Wingman just making that space.
Sentinels can just take their sweet time from here on out. They've already garnered an advantage on top of the inherent advantage they have coming into the round.
Yeah, so they will. No need to hurry here at all. 100 Thieves don't really seem to have a clear plan outside of making use of Arsena in showers. But Narrate's already picked up that line as he fell back onto the A site. Second in the smoke. Footsteps, pitter-patter onto the side as Narrate steps up. And Arsena sits down.
Xander routed from the missiles. Just a slow end to 100 Thieves in this round. Seems like is what we're going to be in store for.
Yeah, this is like a paper cut exsanguination. Like, it's that slow. 100 Thieves are just lurching to a stop here.
Rotating to be long.
Yep,
you got 20 seconds.
They're walking the holes. They've got a clipboard, so they look like they're doing something, right? But in reality, it's about looking busy. Tap the clipboard with the pen.
You don't want to save these classics. let's get in there.
Make good the atmosphere. Thank you.
Come on, there we go. Oh my God.
A couple more sacrifices fed to Krakatoa, and we're back to business.
They've got the full heavy armors, full rifles. Going to be annoying to contend with Zelsis, holding the judge somewhere on the map, tucked in a corner. They do have the prowlers to clear out spaces like that, which can be quite nice.
Clinical.
Yes.
I agree. Too much so, actually,
yeah,
but I agree.
Flawless. Okay. Now we're about to get busy, folks. Still not the fastest start here for 100 Thieves. Definitely a sense they're still feeling Sentinels out on this attack side.
Sen have gone for this 4-man gamble towards the A side to begin things early on. They did that on the pistol round and it won them that, so why not go for it again, but this time when they have the worst weapons.
Man, they are tentative. 50 seconds done in the round. 100 Thieves working up the courage to knock on the door.
It does feel like they're expecting some aggression to come in that it's just not in the cards for the Sen game plan at this point in the half.
I can hear it though on the stage.
It'll come later, but...
Really active calling still from Boostio. So they are trying to put something together.
There is some intensity in Boostio's voice right now on stage.
You can hear a pin drop in here otherwise. 40 seconds left. Talk about the suspense.
I mean, this entire time, EU has worked himself close up into Shower on A. 100 Thieves are still very spread around the map. Austin is trying to create some distraction on B, draw, rotate, and teleport.
It's giving 2023 Thieves, though, I'll be honest. There doesn't seem to be a clear plan. They're going to have to go for it now. GP play, it's going to be convergence over on A for 100 Thieves. Zelsis was dizzied up, and okay, we're going to move on. Zekin finding 2 kills, maybe just not the 2 we wanted. And it will be a plant. Wingman gets it done despite the Taeho util looking to shut it down. And it will be Sentinels with the weaker weapons now struggling to hold their ground as slowly, and I mean slowly, 100 Thieves have kicked them off the map.
If that Taeho util came in just a sliver of a second earlier, complexion of the round could be very different. We would have seen 100 Thieves scrambling to retrieve the spike and get it down with around 10 seconds on the clock. Could have been an opportunity. Sen will take the damage dealt, though, keeping the economy relatively low.
That is just intense mid-rounding from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, it was interesting to hear how passionate and intense the communication was.
Kelvin has a really piercing voice.
What we were watching was a very slow taking of the extremities of the map.
Hey, it works out for 100 Thieves, and they even keep a couple of those weapons still. Now what? This time a little bit more staunch. In towards Showers.
EU has the Nightfall after collecting that orb, and Cryo ready for the push.
It locks, it's perfect. Second, blasted. Zelsis goes out in the same fashion. Cryo now starting to build up the frag total.
Zelsis hoping that a delay in the swing would cause Cryo to maybe fall off the angle or adjust in some way that would leave him vulnerable. But he was trained in on the crosshair. Sentinels are in real trouble. They don't have cash behind this. Go into the next Sando. The reaction's sick.
Narrate has been winning every one of those so far. This map, it feels. He's so annoying. Here's an attempt to delay the spike plant, but Asuna descends upon John Cutie. And this is 100 Thieves now really draining the bank accounts of Sen, who are trying to stay competitive in these rounds. There it is. What a clean one. Flawless round for 100 Thieves as they start to work their way back into the game.
Absolutely clinical. A trio of kills for Cryo, who simply stood his ground, locked down the angle to find 2 openers. Working his way towards the orbital strike. He's making the game look very simple, very textbook.
Clean. Not much to say here again is you're never going to get ahead of yourself as 100 Thieves. You tried 2 rather different looking rounds, a very slow one that works out. That one had some pace at least.
Center definitely losing the map control game in terms of the extremities, though. 100 Thieves have had Shower on lock. They've been pressing Asuna close up into the long.
They got control here, so Bang can't sneak around that corner. Looks like he'd like to work his way back in, but that's been denied so far.
He's just taking so much damage, he has to fall back. While this is all going on, Zekin is now getting into Shower. Center realizing we need to get we need to get control of something somewhere.
Yeah, we need to narrow things down a little bit.
They've rotated an additional player to be.
Ooh, the wall comes down and Asuna is there. That is a brutal one to come back from. Narrate, the only player Raviki having to play out from the smoke. The timing though was good. The flash play, it was nice. He couldn't quite connect, and Cryo again gets rid of that repeat offender.
Oh, respect the effort. That could have been a highlight reel moment from Narrate. But it ends in tragedy. If only he had a rifle, probably would have gotten both, honestly, just with
the flash
spray
was good.
kills. Yeah, I mean, just the wingman running through.
Now it's the time to save some guns here for Sen. They have run dry on funds. Their 3rd consecutive round loss here. Conversely, 100 Thieves crucially building that buffer up should Sen start to find an edge and might be starting to think next couple rounds, timeout could be in order.
Certainly. A necessary save. Headed towards an explosive ultimate round. Both sides getting towards virtually maybe 3-4 total, right?
You'll see it called out because the guns maybe won't be much to back things up here for Sen. And yeah, I think they've called a timeout here, no surprise. Let's see how this goes down. So the wall comes down instantly. Arsena, sans flash, by the way, is able to rip them.
The wingman stun connects, but it's just...
Taking our time, and they don't have good refights. They don't have, like, protocols or anything.
Fair point. I mean, yeah, that was, wingman stun onto 3 people, and yet Narrate has 4 looking at him. What do you think about that? I mean, the refight potential here for, percent if they do give up some of that ground early.
I mean, he is not wrong, and they should be able to do so with this comp. But they're not having anything set up with the Taeho at the moment to get back in that's really in conjunction with the rest of the Initiator utility, having Narrate involved in a situation like that. Zekken being able to play off of it. They're sort of just awkwardly trying to fight as a unit forward there. That 2-piece from Arsena was sick. I mean, collecting the second from the spray was...
Quietly having a really nice map.
Just nasty, yeah. I mean, so, yeah, it was a little loud at the beginning when he was satcheling around to avoid nades and all of that, but...
That is fair.
Yeah,
that
he
was
has
flashy.
he's been getting his one just about every round. He's sat at a cool 21.
And that's what the game has shrunk to, a 1-round lead for Sentinels after they've won that 6 consecutive, including the pistol here in the second half. Showstopper for Arsena. Nightfall for EU. Very close to some big ultimates on the Sentinel side as well.
All right, something
4 players at 8.
A little different from Zekken here, playing on top of Truck. He's just going to need to either break himself or need someone to break the Dizzy when the execute comes in so he can fight forward.
I think he has John for that. Really depends the angle that it comes in on. That's that early showers control as well, already being assumed by 100 Thieves, and they are wary of a potential crunch, so looking back towards a TP.
Center fully stacked up. There's been a lot of 4-1 early defense from them.
Right, behind the boom bot, it's time to get busy. Okay, the Dizzy does not get broken, Wyatt. That means that Zekken has to give that position up. Speculative Showstopper might have caught a bit of damage onto Narrate. It's unclear. He's down to 67 either way. 100 Thieves have not fully dove in.
Now, Zen have flooded right back into the site, but haven't found anyone to actually fight. The wall is cycled back from Xander. The Dizzy's broken. Wingman, rather. Cryo jumps in.
Here's Arsena up on top of the truck, but Zellsis is ready for that play, and Narrate's trying to back out of halls here. Zellsis locks it down, but Boostio tears him to shreds. What a time to get in there.
100 Thieves are really outplaying them on the macro. Sen were fully baited into the site and then just get a wave of util dropped on them as 100 Thieves reaggress back in as a unit through Shower and Short. Shower, which has been essentially fully uncontested. The spawn barrier might as well be over at the A site door.
Boostio best keep his head down. Credit to him. I would have swung that on back. He's low. Would have gone for it. Clean end of the round. Now we have an even game for 100 Thieves. Sometimes, again, still playing slow in the early rounds, but that's that second wave you mentioned, Wyatt, that is looking way more fruitful for them. And they're not just standing around listlessly for another minute.
This could be the round where the game is determined. Sentinels are going to be throwing their entire economy on the line. I mean, this is the moment, right? They're baited back into the site. And then they all eat that Nightfall coming out of Shower, and the entirety of 100 Thieves spilling back in together, playing off Cryo. Boostio's aim as well has just been really on point today, looking crisp.
We don't unmute those, sorry. Family show. Here's the Thrash now. All this on the Sen side as well, just to try and clear out a little bit, but that is a nasty little Dizzy coming in, and Zekken wants to catch them here on Slope. Beautifully done, and even a late swing back in by your boy Boostio is not going to salvage this one for the Thieves.
Throwing something different into the fold. Hitting 100 Thieves with that early teleporter. Crunch taking advantage of Zekken's Showstopper to be able to satchel out of there and make it a difficult target.
Plenty of money here, but more likely more of an economic focus here for 100 Thieves. Still a minute to work with, and again, if they find a site that's lightly held, you can convert this, but the odds do not favor the Thieves.
You would certainly hope that there should be a clean end for Sentinels, who need to retain every gun they can. All of their players are low on credits, but they're low on HP. One nade in the right location could get a free kill. Some spam through a wall, through container.
John Cena. And that's the wall coming up now.
30 seconds left.
Taeho Util's not going to do too much. Sen don't really look to push in after it either.
No charges.
EU didn't fancy, though, hanging around in Hoot for the aftermath of that. And Arsenal has a rough approximation of where Sentinels were there. Here's that grenade you were talking about.
Would have been good 15 seconds ago,
Yeah,
but unfortunately
or
they've
just
rotated off, repositioned.
Or slightly to the right, maybe banked that off the wall.
But of course, you can't know. Just a guessing game, and unfortunately comes up short. 100 Thieves are going to patiently wait this one out, save the rifles of their own, and would be happy if anyone pushes into them, but it's not going to be the case. Sentinels know the value of the weapons in their hands at the moment.
They also knew that probably the Sentinels' guns were more valuable than theirs at the time, given how Sen's economy was wavering, so any opportunity to get something for their troubles. They didn't want to wager too much for it. So heading into round 20, still a fully bought up 100 Thieves owing to that 4-round win streak. Zellsis, of course, has the Brim ultimate.
Neri could play to getting that Thrash. Bang is one away from the pit as well, who's been trying his best to lock down B long, but 100 Thieves play that area of the map, both on attack and defense, at an extremely high level. They understand how to punish players in that location.
Very much a default look here. 100 Thieves happy to spend the first 40 or so seconds on pure exploration. Might be a little pop set up here by Narrate off the timing, maybe to catch Arsena out. It's going to fall to Bang to convert off this.
And as predictable as ever, we are in the mid-round, and EU has control of Showers yet again. For a year straight, this man has been on a solo mission on 100 Thieves to control that side of the map, and he always gets away with it.
I got you.
Does that confirmation keep 3 Sen players at B? It looks like yes. Arsena, getting out alive would be great. Getting a kill, even better. He's not going through that TP, though, and yeah, eventually he's going to be brought down. This now should confirm it was just the Rays trying to sell a bit of a fake.
That was really good from Bang in there, and understanding they could find a moment to punish him right there on his lonesome wingman. Is he going to get that in time? No.
Nicely done. Molly to follow it up here. So no wingman plant as time is ticking down. That Molly's about to clear. It lasts annoyingly long, though. Drone's cleared. Now the orbital strike. What's the plan here, 100 Thieves? How are you going to fight through this? Xander doesn't want to push up too much. Now it's up to Bang and John QT to keep this one stalled out. EU, though, playing on the other side of the spike, and Boostier's going to get it down. We're going to see Heaven picked up by John.
Not a lot of util going into this either. Not sure when the cycle is going to come back. Actually, EU does have the haunt now. But John is trying to make his way through Heaven. Might be able to take an engagement against Boostio.
The timing here could be huge. Oh, EU can't eat this one. Hoping for a bit of John action, but he just gets caught out by that util. Teo so powerful. So it falls to the, well, notorious leader. Will Boostio get himself out of his chair here? Nope, sat back down. Sentinels will increase the lead to 2.
Patience, waiting for the utility cycle there was excellent from John. Free kill found. But this play is what really kicked it all off. Bang really heads up there, understanding where he heard those shots coming from, the footstep from Asuna. Wait, I can call for this double swing. I can drop the orb right now, and we will catch this guy. They do, and then they just position with that man advantage to go in on the 5v4 after denying the plant from the wingman. It was all really well executed from Sentinels.
These rounds, so important to win. Sentinels' economy not fully developed at that point. It was still teetering. And reasonably a timeout here now for 100 Thieves. Another slow round, another stately one. They're doing well to build some of that early to mid-round map control and convert, but Teho Util digging EU out of the corner really seemed to seal the deal for Sen in that round.
It was a great adjustment from Sen as well, just to put more emphasis on B long that time. On prior rounds, we had seen Asuna getting away with just digging into that part of the map on his lonesome and keeping Sen players feeling like there could be a B hit incoming. But by fighting for that space, controlling it, they were able to nullify 100 Thieves' ability to work the map entirely. They're on the cusp of winning this. It's felt like, in a way, they've almost never been in the lead, despite being in the lead at times. It's been so hard fought for them. They're up by 2, and they have a big ultimate advantage coming into a crucial round.
Narrate gets to hold on to this Thrash here for the most opportune moment, but the money for 100 Thieves still pretty ship-shape. They won 4 in a row, so they can afford to make a couple of mistakes, but they trail by 2 rounds still. And like you said, Wyatt, we're getting to the pointy end of this game. Looks like another slower start here for 100 Thieves. Up against the barrier, though, on the B side.
They're trying to work with multiple players towards B long again. But how heavily are they going to fight for the space this time in comparison to that prior round? Are they really going to try to insert Asuna deep here? They're going to fight for it as a team. It looks like it. That Dizzy is going forward, and there's the counter pit from Bang.
What's the answer going to be to the pit? Asuna really can't entrench himself in Octagon at all. That's been denied.
I know they do have EU on that side of the map, so if they really wanted to, you can try to Prowler through that, but they're going to opt to just fall back.
The fact that the Fades on the B side of the map and not just controlling showers, though, should ring alarm bells for Sen.
They do still have 3 players favored towards B. It's Zekin who's been playing a pretty passive angle towards showers, just jiggling that, and look, Zelsis is trying to do what he can from lamps, but he's just going to be cut off by the Viper Usil.
Another smoke here for Zelsis. Doesn't need it because the Poison Orb is in the one-way position. He's going to be an issue. 100 Thieves have to use their own Poison Orb to force him off that line, but a molly will slow them down. Come the smokes.
30 seconds.
This is the real deal from 100 Thieves now. They've got to go for it. Asuna. Blast packs in. Nothing to see on the side right now, and no shower control yet here for 100 Thieves. Zelsis emerges into the line of fire. Brought down, but Zekin at least is able to trade it out now. Narrate gets thrashed in there, and he finds a connection, but Cryo's able to get into the smoke. Armageddon for the defenders coming through. Nobody hit by it, but Boostio's caught out in the open, and Xander at least making it a 1-for-1, and he gets onto the scene. Viper's bid to give him access here to the A side proper in this post plant, and to make it hard for a proper defuse to go down. Zekin wants to inch up. EU might get busy, and that's 3 here for Zekin. Are we getting out of our seat? Getting it to half. Xander inside the Viper's pit gets caught out, and that pit's going to come down. Cryo has to be the savior, but Zekin wins the back-breaking round here for Sentinels. 100 Thieves. Those are tough to come back from.
It was all on Zekin, and he came up. Zelsis risked it all with that swing into sight. Went down. And after that, Zekin is pinched between the players getting onto default. There was pressure coming from Shower as well, but he steps up, finds 3. That third kill being the sickest of them all was such low HP. Instant headshot, laser beam shot. One away from going to Pearl, stealing away 100 Thieves' home map.
In 100 Thieves versus Sentinels matchup, it wouldn't have had it any other way. Narrate dirty with the op. Picks off Asuna down B long.
That is such a cheeky play. They have the orb just off to the side to allow him to pick up that sight line as well. So cool.
And of course, as always, the one way to contend with on the A side. Xander's not going anywhere in a hurry. Narrate misses the shot, takes a tag for it. And now 100 Thieves try and dig him out of the corner. What a combo. Great util. Z's came in as did the mosh pit. Narrate is down. That's the operator player removed.
Ooh, that jump was a little wide there from Zelsis.
Yeah, pretty audacious with a shoulder pick, and Xander might look to capitalize here. Pretty far forward, and he found a timing. Now back through the TP, all eyes over to B.
Comes a Teo utility just to delay.
Still a chance to get through. John now's all with a special delivery. That's beautiful. Boostio brought down. Wingman won't be allowed to plant. John going to find yet another one. The other side is Xander, though. He's got the wrong weapon for the job, but he's now at ideal range, and Zekin comes to the rescue. Sentinels fire back. A win on 100 Thieves map pick. We're going to Pearl.
100 Thieves never made that easy. They came into the map firing just as hard as they had finished when they stole split away from Sen, but they clawed and fought back. It was John winning an eco round halfway through the first half, that turned the tide, and from there, they were able to go on a pretty sick run. Narrate really came to life. His utility in this map was fantastic.
We're seeing why Teo is so hotly contested and so valued by so many of these teams. So much to hang your hat on there if you're a Sentinels fan. Narrate looked excellent, so in the wing, ratty at times. John QT always able to find those crucial frags, and Zekin, the multi-kill rounds, the clutch moments when they mattered. This Sentinels team showing us a little bit of what they promised at the start of the year, and they promised us another map, so stick around. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we return, the analysts are going to get us ready for map 3.
Welcome back, everyone, to VCT Americas. And across 5 official matches, our 6 brings us to our first map 3 here at Kickoff Americas. It's been an intense game, but Sentinels managed to pull off the dub on what, as you heard Uber Wide say, the home map of 100 Thieves, returning the favor to their colleagues.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was cooked after 100 Thieves won in the bonus round. They won the first 4 rounds of this game, which actually had them on a 15-round win streak carrying over from game 1. Then Sentinels came back once they started picking up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, that second half in particular looked really good for Sen, winning that pistol round and then showcasing a lot of what this Taeho Gecko combination can do on defense. Their Flood retakes looked on point, and in particular, Neri did such a good job locking down long pretty much every round that map.
What blows my mind is the post plants here. 7 out of 8 post plants won for Sentinels, 4 out of 6 400 Thieves. What this says to me is really the comps that we're seeing are so strong after they've got the spike down. We're seeing double geckos, you put the spike down, and then there's just so much post plant utility between Taeho, Viper, the Gecko. Like, how do you retake a site?
But we saw struggles early on. I think 100 Thieves, or excuse me, Sen was falling into the same pitfalls, playing really slow, not pulling out their opponent's util enough.
They weren't even planning the spike.
Yeah, these last few rounds, they started to run quite a bit more of their executes, getting themselves into that post plant, which, like you're mentioning, really is the win condition for both these teams.
Yeah, it's not a 1-for-1 mirror, but it does remind me of what happened to Sentinels in map 1, where you really felt like 100 Thieves just, I mean, the pace, everything was exactly what you wanted, but it was the util was the thing that was like crushing Sentinels, as they were trying to push into some of these sites, trying to hold some of these sites, but instead it gets flipped, and now it's 100 Thieves receiving a little bit of that bad medicine.
Yeah, I mean, it really just goes to show those styles of comps that I think both of these teams are very comfortable going and playing on a variety of different maps.
It's also kind of important to remember that this is like the first series in VCT we're seeing John QT play the initiator role. He was always Sentinel last year for them. That was a change in the offseason, and already I think he looks really comfortable calling from the Taeho.
I would say it actually surprises me how slow he was calling on the initiator, because I think it makes a lot of sense to call much slower rounds when you're playing controller or when you're playing smokes, because you don't have the go button abilities, right? But as soon as you're playing the Taeho, I would have expected him to play faster rounds from the get-go. That wasn't the case, but once he started putting together more of the side hits, it was working.
Yeah, it really does go to show you how everyone just has like a very unique interpretation of how to play Taeho, whether it's go quick, whether it's play a little bit more reserved. Really awesome to see this. But the story of this matchup has been, well, Bang and Xander, right? Because Xander is coming into the team, replacing Bang. Bang left the team. There's certainly a lot of, tension that can be had there. But for the most part, I mean, we've been seeing some pretty cool things from both sides, maybe.
No matter what team he's on, Bang is a monster on Bind. He proved that again here. We were talking about this in, this morning, Christy, how good Bang is on this map. When he is playing the Viper, I don't think there's anyone else like him.
I really think it is worth, if you play Viper or even just any B side anchors out there, go watch a Bang VOD. It could be this game on Bind, because how he moves, he plays different off angles, especially over in Hookah. And what he'll do is he'll basically condition you. After you see him on one off angle, he'll play the next one, which is going to punish you when you try to pre-fire and pre-aim the swing of the last off angle he played against you. The way he structures his positioning round to round is something that I don't think other players are actually thinking about, but he is carving other teams because of how he thinks.
And you saw he's showing up Xander, his replacement, on the other side, 400 Thieves there. Yeah, Bang is just incredible. I think another thing he's great at is the timing management with Viper. Remember, this is post-nerf now, where it's really tough to get the right window of when to use her utility, and it's always on point. He always has that util ready for executes, and pair that with his perfect positioning, and just getting like 2 kills every time they come to his site.
You'll see Sentinels do a very good job of when his gas is running out, for example, of calling in support initiator utility, whether it's like Taeho Molly's coming down, he'll use his own Molly, basically just to buy himself another 10 seconds to get that gas back up, so he can just
But that level of coordination is crazy.
Yeah,
right?
Especially when you have to call in like rotations, like when Taeho or someone isn't on your side of the map, but he'll have that in his head, so 15 seconds before he needs that help, he can be calling for that assistance.
I think a mistake a lot of people who are just starting to play Taeho, I know myself playing a lot of the agent in ranked, make is trying to always use his abilities like very offensively and like greeting to like get a kill, greeting to stop a plant, something like that. But I think the real power of the agent is adding stall and giving you that moment of displacement. That's why he's an initiator,
Yes.
not just an agent who's going to try and kill people. And I think John QT is really demonstrating a Taeho that understands those timings where his missiles are at the absolute best. So super cool to watch him pick up Taeho.
Yeah, like I said before, it's been awesome to see all the varieties of interpretations we've been seeing with this new agent, how our teams are incorporating them here in VCT Americas. It has been awesome. But folks, we have plenty more coming at you. Map 3, right after the break. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss it.
Lockie, this grudge match is headed to Pearl, the last remaining after I pick ban phase. And coming out of that game, we've started to see Sentinels deliver a little bit on the promise and a heck of a lot of Taeho play from John QT. Something I probably expect to see a lot more of coming up. And it's all on the table here. One thing I want to point out is this is a jet map potentially.
Yep.
Maybe Cryo goes there. I don't know if like maybe Zekken matches him in that regard as well. So that's a fun narrative to track coming into this.
Possible. We haven't seen much Zekken Jet as of right now. We've seen the rare Yoru even, but Cryo on this map. If you think back to last we saw Pearl, it was old 100 Thieves. It was prior to Boostio 100 Thieves. My God, he was a demon here. And all right, Sentinels, they are sending it on the Taeho again, but bringing in the Vice as the Sentinel. We have seen that agent be potent on the defense here, so that makes a lot of sense. We're doubling up on the Zekken Yoru.
That's a couple of spots where that sheer looks really good. Okay, it is time for Cryo to wheel himself out on a Dauntless for the first time this year.
This is the classic comp for this map. Cryo's opping on this map, bar none, I think is the best in the world. There were many cases of 100 Thieves third map, Pearl 2023. All of a sudden, he's dropping 20 on the defensive half. There is no opper, I think, in the game more consistent at hitting a shot when someone walks into their sightline than Cryo. He is just a one-man anchor on defense. I'm hoping we get to see a little bit of that today. I know the Sen fans aren't, but I want to see a show from Cryo with the op today.
And on the line is a spot in the upper semifinals against Loud. Winning that one gets you to those upper finals, and it puts you in a pretty good spot to have a shot for Bangkok.
Yeah, Sentinels are trying to back-to-back kick off into the first Masters victory. And 100 Thieves still just trying to claim their first international title ever. And if there were ever a roster for this org to do it, my God, man, this one looks electric.
Here we go, folks. There's going to be 100 Thieves on that attack side. Already, yep. Getting busy over towards this A side of the map now. Straight through wide. They're wasting no time. Cryo going to be the first hit of the site. Happy to play around that Nano Swarm. Seconds coming up here with a bit of a flank time, and they might not be ready for. Yep, spotted out here. EU, though, seem to be prepared. That's a lot of util. Razorvine out over on that A site now, expiring.
100 Thieves have to slow down, and they're feeling claustrophobic right now, all just caught in main towards Art. EU trying to prod elsewhere. It's Zelsus passively holding this connector, not wanting to give up his life needlessly.
They feel like they're halfway to their destination, but are unsure if they actually want to stick the landing.
And
if they can.
And if they do attempt to, they are going to run into so many defending players.
Zelsus is looking scary right now. In a really potent backstab position, but now 100 Thieves, they move out to the site. Everyone on Sen grouping up back behind Flower. Busio gets blasted by them instantly. That smoke dissipates, but look at the Hort. Big catch up that, and Cryo was ready for them. Release ready for the first. You see Arsena stepping out in front of him here. Both also lit by that util, but here comes Arsena. 2 versus 2 now. Narrate opens the account. It's going to be up to EU here. He sneaks away.
Zelsus is trying to rotate all the way around to help narrate. Double up here, trade it out and win.
EU has to have heard this. He has to have heard the footsteps. Zelsus is making them on purpose, likely to try and get a 2v1 swing, but where could EU come from? Timing is everything. He's spotted out by Narrate though, and he's gonna stick it! Sentinels on a dime, come up with the defuse plan, and that's a perfect 10 from the judges.
They had 100 Thieves encircled halfway into that round. They were suffocated. They didn't know where to turn, eventually just forcing their hand, and Boostio took a massive risk, pushing into Flowers, got punished, and from there they were just slowly collapsed upon, picked apart.
Oh, it's a fun fact here, isn't it? 100 Thieves, when I counted, and that was that 2-1 loss against Crew that you count amongst one of those decider map losses.
Yeah, the one that knocked them out of contention, getting to Champions, where everyone expected them to be.
One I'm sure still stings. Slow around here for 100 Thieves, a bit more of the pace that we saw on Bind. Zekin's gotten himself pretty far up on that A side of the map. Almost by a restaurant. Okay, straight into the crosshairs comes Boostio.
Haven't seen a whole lot of the Outlaw actually today. But Zekin's going to bring it out to get an easy first kill. And right now on the mini-map, we're seeing what's going to be a pretty constant standard setup that we have with the Vice, with that shear being placed towards B, Arc Rose, Razorvine there as well, and then a cross-map lineup, which allows you to send that extra Razorvine, the second one, over to the A site to help your anchors there. The Agent has proved to be very strong on Pearl.
Narrate's not getting a whole lot off this util here. He's not forcing any out of 100 Thieves either. They are slowly taking that space. That Outlaw miss means that Zekin has to leave. Now, a main presence here for 100 Thieves. They've moved out from Connector. Razorvine won't do a whole lot. They're going to wait it out.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. Here's EU trying to swing that corner, but John QT was ready for him. And 100 Thieves now fully committing to the site. And that delay that the Razorvine bought them has allowed Sentinels to really coalesce at the back of the site. John swinging out with a right click. That's gross.
Not the intended target, but he gets both anyhow. 100 Thieves are already proving to be quite monotonous on these attack sides.
A little uninspired.
It could work to their disadvantage when you're playing up against the Tejo and there's that additional damage that can come through delay from the mollies that Vice have, those Razor Vines. If they let the clock dwindle too low, they could just get denied the ability to plant the spike altogether because of the utility Sentinels have. They have to be afraid of that. They have to play around it.
Bit of a push up here over towards the outside, but Zekin's already gone down towards Connector. Sen might commit for this. And it was a bit of a bonus. Can they make the most of it and get some guns? Narrate takes his. Pulls on out.
I can't be mad at Sentinels for attempting to go for some sort of aggressive play early on. Zekin taking that peek. It was some good util coming out of Art, but ultimately 100 Thieves. Too many bodies in mid to really contend with.
We might have another crack at this through mid-con. Can they flash themselves out of this smoke? No! Cryo does not give an inch that round.
Right into the firing line. Sen maxed out on proactivity.
Yeah, making use of that bonus here just to try and see how 100 Thieves are conditioned. I'm not sure really what they glean from it though. They just tried to push up at every barrier.
Heading into this next one, we've got an early dimensional drift already in the hands of Zekin. And on the opposite side, Asuna.
Okay, yep.
We'll take that. On the other side, Asuna is just one away from the null command. Could use that to try and shut down the Vice, get a clean execute going.
Senna pushing up in A main again though. Not Zekin this time, it's actually Bang. B-Link, Zelsa sitting right on back behind that Nebula. So 100 Thieves will be allowed into the middle of the map here and likely head towards it. B side.
And Prowler going all the way into Connector has Neri relegated to a very passive position on the top of the map. Sen playing this very safe now.
Okay, 100 Thieves just pushing on in. Zelsis has got a good little angle, but the crosshair placement is broken by the dash across. Oh, this is looking much better for 100 Thieves. A burst of speed now as Zekin sees it all, but can't do much about it. 5 health and a dream. It's an uncomfortable spot to be in, and he always has a sense that he'd emerge close by. Zekin has to flash himself out of that corner in theory. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one for Sen City. Lucio will be able to dodge most of this util, and there's no way for Sentinels to capitalize.
That was a haphazard swing from Bang, resulting in his death. No option but save for the remaining 2 Sen players. Bang wishing he would have just done the same, to be honest. I mean, I suppose maybe if he's able to find one there, could try to go for more, but ultimately simple from 100 Thieves. Able to shut down Narrate on the re-swing, trying to play off of the dimensional drift that Zekken was forced to use really just to live. Those anchors were so overwhelmed because of 100 Thieves having full control of B Long and all of B Link with no contention.
Now, 100 Thieves looked like, again, they wanted to test that mid-doors part of the map through Connector. They didn't quite get a fight this time, unlike Cryo's 3K, but just walked onto B from there. They didn't actually challenge B Long for the longest time. We saw Xander just sit back and wait.
We'll see if Sen can try to recover things on this eco round. It's going to be tough. Looks like John wants to push up over on B Long, but 100 Thieves, they want to fight towards A. So do Sen.
I think Zekken's going to go for this. C's thrown out, so it's just as well. A lot of util expended, at least to get 100 Thieves into pole position in A main.
Comboing that early initiator utility is an efficient way to get control of this side of the map, get that orb. Just send the pop flash over, haunt around the corner as well.
0 Point confirms no one's playing close. Oh, that's nasty. They saw raw entry from Cryo.
Just a great adjustment with the movement, the little crouch there.
John QT's asking for a lot on this B Long position. Look at him. He's lost his way.
He's allowed the rest of the team to rotate over towards A, giving them a chance, but at that, John is one of the two players with a rifle. It's a big ask for Bang to step up right now.
But also there's a shear set up in mid-connector, so Sen would know if it was a B play for 100 Thieves through mid. Got confirmation this is where they're going to land. Good C's, but no one to play off of it here. 0 Point comes on in. Now, this is it. The Null Commander set them up, and instantly around the corner, Zels is waiting. Oh my God! What a thrifty!
You would have thought that was 3 players with Odins holding the site. How have they gotten away with that?
Run it back. Run the clip. There's a
Nobody
Null
cleared
command.
right. The Prowler missed.
Your util is turned off for all intents and purposes. They're just entrenched, and it's John that gives them the info they need.
Nice! Nice! Let's go! Let's go! Sean, stand up! Sean, stand up!
Narrator, he did not stand up. Hey, okay, good boy.
We're into the next round, by the way, and Zekken has an AWP. He's pushed all the way up B, and he finds the instant pick onto EU. Falls back behind the Nebula to safety.
Never tell me this game isn't about momentum, Wyatt.
Never mind, it doesn't look like he wants to be particularly safe. Wants to hold close. Gate crash to escape after the shot rattles off.
100 Thieves looking rabid after that round got stolen from them. This indignation causes them to put every resource onto the B side of the map. And that's a gate crash out here, a slightly weaker position now picked up for Zekken with the operator.
Spike is going to be planted. You have Bang on a long flank right now, and he has a Cosmic Divide. Could allow the rest of his team to get back into the site more easily. Boostio wants to play ahead of that. He wants to get aggro.
Yeah, it's going to be watched for, though. Yep, John QD had that angle. On pass over to him, and Cryo's good for 2, but will that be enough? In the post part, Arsenal is out here on the site.
He is unbelievable, man. It's like watching a robot play the game.
Cosmic Divide isn't going to cut any Thieves players off the site here. Arsenal wants to fight ahead of it. The spray is wild. It's haphazard, and it's punished by Sen.
The Bang coming in with the final 2 headshots. What a hold, and it starts with Zekken. That proactivity with the all pushed up B Long finds that first kill.
Well, folks, you asked, and Sen delivered. Great couple of rounds here, of course.
What a second shot from John. Oh my God.
That's real nice. We talked about Boostio trying to play ahead of a lot of that util, get in to where those defenders were entrenched, but no siree.
Those retaking ultimates were so cool as well because you're going to want to play in front of that Astro Wall, of course, and then if you are and you're trying to play in halls, you're going to get hit with the Armageddon. It was really heads up from John to make sure to cover that potential aggression coming up the stairs, wrapping behind them.
Listen, I think you heralded Cryo's impact in this game really well. 20 kills on defense. Well, he's got 9 already on the offense side.
That
Pretty
is
darn good.
mental. His aim is like a turret.
Problem is that that's kind of the only place that the action's originating from. And it's not that 100 Thieves aren't looking for those opportunities. You just saw Boostio getting busy, trying to explore into that defender setup. Bang against his old team, looking good. John against his own teammates, also looking fantastic. 6-3, 6-2 respectively.
And I mean, at least to be fair to Boostio in that situation, he did set up Cryo for the trade, so he didn't give his life away for nothing, but... My God, man. Bang 6-3. He's got to be feeling pretty good about going over to Sen right now. It's still early on the third map, but...
God, I mean, I love the highlight. We saw, you know, half-time or at the end of the map there. We sort of had Bang up talking about just his impact on the game. Mimi just really outlining how effectively Bang, on the mental side of things, can dismantle teams. So far, he's up to his old tricks.
Got that operator back in the hands of Zekin, and there's a fight towards Hay with Boostio being pressured away. Early guided salvos used, and used wisely. The space is controlled. They're going to cycle back. That's that inherent power that Taeho has right now.
So what is Cryo looking to do here? Same play from Zellsis, just jump peeking into B-Link. Group up to Art. There'll be no contest in Connector, but there's so many flanking opportunities for Sen once 100 Thieves commit this way.
100 Thieves need to take space somewhere, right? They forgo B long and a Taeho presence over towards A, force Boostio away. So where did they go? Art.
They did call Boostio back there to watch mid doors for a moment, so they're aware. They're on a timer.
And I do think Sen have to be pretty aware that this is where the majority of the players are stacked up. They're jump peeking so many areas of the map right now. You know, Neri just holding this passively. Prowler's not going to get the info, but the sight, yeah, here comes the execute. It's going to come through on today.
Fast hit inside the 0 point is Cryo. Playing from, that's dirty. Bang just steps up. He knows the Jet is going to try and play inside the Cloudburst. It's an easy pickup in the end.
Yeah, and that's the star player dead as well. The majority of the frags on 100 Thieves are from that one man.
And who's going to step up in his absence? Right now, EU looks to back up. Knows that there could be a player up in dugout. One close by Secret 2. Okay. Sometimes timing doesn't favor you. Just some spray here for Arsena. A couple players off the site for 100 Thieves as well. Post-plant positions. And Arsena wants to let them walk on up. Narrate knows he needs to get ahead of this and wins that fight out. Absurd consistency. And Xander's on the backstab. What an opportunity. The trigger discipline is good. That'll do it. John gets it to half here. Xander knows he might have to do more from this position because the A-main players can't get there. John brought down, and the defuse gets stuck.
Oh no, Xander was in the perfect position. He stopped spraying. He thought he got the planter. He thought that the kill was or rather the guy who was defusing, not the planter. He thought he got him off the spike,
There's
but
nobody
he didn't.
info. There's no pings off a haunt.
He was getting body blocked.
God, he eventually falls, but that defuse came in. Look how much Xander has to do here. His teammates in A-main are not in a position to do much about this at all.
He thought John was the one sticking the spike just then.
And the gravity well is good. It's correct. Oh, doesn't get any closer than that, folks.
Thieves are able to buy up again off the plant, keeping their money just well enough to be in the game. Oh my God, the prediction from Xander.
And the change of pace. This time, 100 Thieves actually fighting for B long. Getting rid of Zekin of all people.
They've inserted Cryo fairly deep in mid as well, just to pick up an angle for some sort of Art reaggress, which, funny enough, is going to come after he leaves the angle.
We've had a
Worried
couple
about Link now.
Couple odd timing moments in the last round as well. He's going to find himself overwhelmed pretty quickly now. C's thrown out. Bang caught inside of it. Here comes the reflash back in, and Boostio's going to be there in that back pivot position. It's good enough for now. It's going to be 3 players from 100 Thieves on their way to B, leaving Zellsis with it all to do.
Excellent bait and switch. You there in mid. Just swinging off the presence. That swing that came in from Art, counter swinging that, fighting towards door. Cryo pressed up. Easy pick off onto Zellsis.
Yeah, respectable here for 100 Thieves. Almost got hurt by the timing. Cryo sat there in mid, but again, Boostio has been able to pick up that spot a couple times, playing pretty far back at the rear of the map.
And it starts there too with Xander getting that excellent prediction of Zekin jumping up onto the screen, finding that first kill. And then Sentinels want to start rotating, trying to take a fight in mid, perhaps catch off that one lurker because they're thinking that hit'll probably go towards B, but they just get baited into this disadvantageous fight. Good round from 100 Thieves, who now have a lot of ultimates to carry over this momentum.
0 point in case there's early action there from Art. Doesn't see anything. Narrate happy enough just to telegraph some closer up presence, causing re-clears to be required.
Zekken is fearless over at B. I mean, he has the gate crash to get out, of course, and that is why he's got the op. He's pressed up forward, and it's Xander just containing on that side of the map while the rest of Sen await an eventual hit on A if it does come.
Yeah, Xander really tasked with the difficult job of keeping Zekken under his thumb. Last round he was aggressive, got the pick. This round, sit back, tie up the duelist as long as he can.
That stealth drone is actually coming in.
What's there to see?
From John. It gets some serious distance, that drone.
Yep. Not the information, though. Now we're going to be re-clearing A main, just as 100 Thieves start exploring down connector as well.
Is Xander going to wander into this sightline? No.
He's been so patient so far. I like that.
Going to fall back, recalls the smoke. 100 Thieves, they're posted up for this A hit. They've been waiting out someone from Sentinels for ages, but it's not going to happen. They have to be proactive. They have to get in.
Zekken used the gate crash. He's going to be ready with the rest of his team over at A. Sees. He's going to be a follow-up. Yep, that util comes in just in time. Arsena's able to get out. Boostio is able to walk away as well. The lockdown, though, did get cleared, as you'd expect with all that sort of molly util coming in. And that's a Nightfall thrown out. Bang, deafened. Sat in this corner. And the Steel Garden also going to be committed to the fight now. A little bit awkward here for 100 Thieves. Arsena with nothing but a classic sat behind that Cosmic Divide. A lot going on here, but Cryo has the shorting and needs to convert, but the guns are back in the hands of 100 Thieves now, and they're putting them to work. It's just Bang and Zekken. They've done well. And a Cosmic Divide is a problem. Cryo is not moving. He's healthy enough, and he knows the Thieves have got themselves a hard-fought round.
And that Cosmic Divide was a real problem. It was the game-changing ultimate out of all of the ones that had been expended. You hate to be a Killjoy entering the lobby and seeing a Teo on the opposite side. Your ult is virtually useless. Yep. It's going to be destroyed every time. And for Sen, unfortunately, if those missiles had come in just a couple seconds earlier, they might have gotten the kill along with breaking that ultimate.
Ooh. Yeah, Cosmic Divide is great, I guess.
That was in...
Thank you. Up against that Steel Garden, right? Play up against the roll, right-click with those pistols and give yourself a fighting chance without your primaries.
That was narrate with an operator, actually. Playing towards Art. Was a duelist main when he was competing in Challengers in America before going over to play with K-Corp, where he then became more of a flex player. Talented on all of the roles.
Entirely forced off that line, though, by the Prowler and gives the op over to Zekken. What's happening at A?
Now he's got the rifle. What's happening is that all of Sentinels want to go on a little exploration together.
See the anti-eco protocols for 100 Thieves in full effect. They barely ventured out into the map.
EU is trying to go through Art at the moment. The lone 100 Thieves player on this A side of the map. It could be in trouble. A strange situation, man. This is bizarre.
Eventually he's going to switch. Surely a shoulder peek would have been enough, but he fully commits and Zekken punishes. Sheer comes up, though. Arsena can't quite get to the side. He's going to have to wait 6 or 7 seconds, but the worst part is he's the one with the spike, so this will delay the spike part considerably.
This could be some genuine trouble for 100 Thieves. They've recovered, they being Sen, have recovered a second rifle now, and they got the Orban main for Bang. He just got his Cosmic Divide. They've got a real shot at a legitimate retake at this point on their eco round.
2 rifles and an op. Cosmic Divide, you can flood here into B. Kato power at the site. And here it is. The Divide set up for Bang. Makes it awkward here for 100 Thieves. Once again, Cryo respects the prescribed Teo util into halls, and Arsena playing around a one-way. He's ready for it. Gets the drop on the raid. Finds Bang. It's wild aim, but it claims 2 kills nonetheless. And with Boostio dealing with Celsius, the win condition here for Sen is getting further and further away. Zekken was hoping for an exit. Cryo doesn't give it to him. He's past the wall. The 100 Thieves have managed to even up the game.
Zekken able to survive with that op shot. Saves teammate John as well to retain the other rifle. Valiant effort in the round. Played to the win con they had with the Cosmic Divide, but 100 Thieves adjust their positioning nicely, fighting forward together.
Is this from Arsena?
Yeah, it really is him just going crazy, fighting in the smoke close.
Yeah, just grim satisfaction there. A must-win round for 100 Thieves. In the 11th round, we have an even game, and we're getting a timeout call here from Sentinels. We've got Null Command up for Arsena in this round, and a Dimensional Drift to be used for Zekken. And already, Coach Kaplan's blood pressure reaching hitherto unexplored heights.
As time has gone on, we've seen Kaplan show more and more emotion as the stress of competing has progressed since joining this Sentinels team.
Just the eternally disappointed Ned Flanders of the VCT. He's truly grown into that fatherly role on this team and has really had to salvage some disastrous situations for Sen, and ultimately takes that team to a 4th place finish at Champions last year, falling of course to Team Heretics, but really putting on a great show. And they're hoping to springboard off of a weird off-season to Bangkok.
Last year, it was volatile. I mean, it started at the highest of highs. They win Madrid, they win kickoff, then they bomb out of stage 1, where 100 Thieves began to thrive. And then it flips at the end of the year again, where Sen go on a great run at Champions. 100 Thieves don't even make it there.
This town ain't big enough for the two of them, Wyatt.
Absolutely not.
So there's that timeout for Sen. Curious to see what the adjustment is here for the defensive side. It might be a push up here towards Art. They are rubbing noses against the barrier.
Zekken took this peek before earlier in the half, and no, with that 0 point going off, he does not want his gate crash turned off. He gets away immediately.
Look at how quickly, though, Sen are in a backstab position. Narrate's got himself into Plaza so fast. But of course, Turret here could spot him out. So it does now. 100 Thieves know they're on a timer, but they are already sprawled across this B site.
A completely vacant site that is going to have to be re-cleared by Zekken's Dimensional Drift.
Here it is, about to pop that. He's got a shorty in hand, so can go to work after he pops out. Gate crash to give him an option for safety, and in we go. Spots out Crywin Halls. The rest of Sen now starting to get moving here, but they're going to be suppressed for a time. 0 point going to be thrown out. Cryo's going to swing out to try and take the fight. Zelsis in Halls. Zekken might just join up with him and give him a staging ground, and that's Cryo going down. 3 out for the Thieves.
In the meantime, you actually have a re-wrap from Xander. He's trying to go to Link to help Boostio, but he might be too late.
They know he's there. They're trying to deal with him. They're going to be able to multi-swing on towards EU. He sees the clone, but he looks the wrong way, and now it's up to Xander. Can he stop this? 1 headshot, 2, and a defuse. Oh, it is interrupted. Xander has arrived on the Americas stage.
Long awaited, a couple years too late for some. Finally joining up with his M80 compatriots. His old teammate, his old IGL John on the opposite side. And he undoes him with a sick headshot.
Ray knew his goose was cooked there. And that is the sound of someone who's been quiet so far in their VCT debut. This has been a role player, consistent, solid, but no standout moments. Now he's here. Now he's truly arrived.
That is what we've been waiting to see from Xander, who has been tearing apart the challenger scene for 2 years.
Just proved to himself he could do it. Ugly for Cryo. There, Zekken just staves him off. The rest of 100 Thieves milling around B here.
And they want to fight for the site this time. They don't want to give it up.
Okay, they've evened it up here. Zekken had no way to get out. Zelsis! That was hand-fisted. Ends up being a traitor, making it a 3 versus 3. Still, no plant. Narrate's in a bit of an annoying spot.
Yeah, especially given his low HP, trying to get out of that choke point. Link is so tough.
They're worried about a wrap here from Plaza as well, but 100 Thieves are fully committed. Perhaps it's because EU hasn't shown yet.
Xander recalling that smoke. They're open to a lot of angles. It is dangerous. He's trying to plant behind the cover. He's trying to slip out, but Bang catches him.
Clean. So clean. EU has to pick up that position now, looking up towards tower. Patience is going to pay dividends here for the Thieves. So many angles to watch if you're EU right now. Boostio can't do too much to set up a crossfire. As expected, here's the util. Concuss used, EU gets involved. Sitting inside the smoke, he's going to be cleared. It's going to be up to Boosty Boy now to salvage this. Just a tap from Narrate. Wraps around. John catches him out. And you better believe we've got another tied game heading into another halftime.
And if you thought Cryo was good on this attack half, he might tear Sentinels apart when we get to defense, when 100 Thieves get the AWP in his hands. This is a guy known for being an AWP player, and we're just watching him with a rifle on Sage, on Smoke's agents. He was so good on this attack half.
You couldn't ask for much more than seeing this rivalry renewed in the most knockdown, drag-out way possible. Halftime now, decided map of the series. Winner goes to that upper semi-finals. Stick around, there's more Valorant coming your way between Sentinels and 100 Thieves. Wyatt River, you are selling me. You are selling me on the Cryoshells defensive op on this map of Pearl. For those that are just joining us, it's the decided map in this grudge match. Sentinels versus 100 Thieves has taken us all the way to our third map. And it's tied up 6 apiece. 100 Thieves moving on to the defense.
Could have been even better for Sen if not for that ridiculous 1v3 clutch from Xander. Definitely his best moment so far being in the Partnership League. We said long awaited, and we mean it. He had opportunities in the past to play in Americas. He used to be teammates in Challengers with John, with EU.
They failed to ascend together as M80.
And then they got offers, they took them. He wanted to grind through Challengers, and now is finally joined up with a partnership team. He's showing why he's been such a hot commodity, so sought after for years.
He's been restrained up until now, but that yell, there was something primal about that. He knows he belongs here now.
This is an active 100 Thieves, 4 players pushing all the way down B, reminiscent of something they like to do on Behind His Back. They love these 4-man pushes.
Okay, looking a bit messy with Cryo, with the Ghost. Nice little opening here. Xander gonna be brought down, but EU's always down for a bit of argy-bargy. Cryo doesn't expect Bang to take the really wide angle. So Boostio now has to leave his palace of util and head over to B.
Both players a little bit weak at the moment. This is more than doable for Boostio. John going to come through just to ensure that he's not somewhere dug in on this side. Not going to be the case. He is that lone A rotate.
And that's going to be one of the stories emerging from this game. No matter the result, John QT switch over towards Initiator, still having massive impact on these games.
Massive question mark coming in from the offseason, this role swap.
Bang shoulder peeks for that. Of course, it was just a tap from Boostio. Knows Bang is playing close, but he's gained a lot of ground on him without giving away his position. Bang does not know that Boostio is on the hunt. Has to have spotted there, but the right click's going to account for him anyway. John respectfully backs up. These are tough to win, but John is one shot to Boostio.
He has the guidance salvo for further delay. This is going to be next to impossible for Boostio to pull off.
That's pretty good, but Boostio's around the corner. John has to full commit here. Gets it to half, a little bit further. John looking for the shot, looking for the shot. Oh, there! Boostio from under his nose with the defuse. And that's a long way for Boostio to reach.
You cannot. You have to be joking.
That is a matter of milliseconds.
How is he able? Just spinning around. I am stunned. We've had 2 stunning moments in this series. Headset off.
What a huge push
Out of the
around.
seat. Oh my god.
What a massive inflection point on this game.
How does he whiff that? He's just spinning in place, man.
And what a sick clutch from Boostio, man. He's still got it. Still got it. Well, it's a very muted Sentinels into this round 14. They know there's going to be some of this Killjoy utility set up in towards Art. And they're clearing it out.
I am stunned. They have to immediately wrangle back the mental from what should have been a locked-in pistol round win. They should be at 7 right now. Zekin wants to get them back into the driver's seat, though. He's been gifted an Outlaw, and it's the heavy armor, and, well, damage from it, and then some additional coming in from Narrate. Does net that first kill, nets an advantage.
That hurts for Cryo. Yeah, that Haunt just got in his way. He had to clear it. It's a classy little flick of aim correction, but he ends up being brought down.
Here comes the pivot from Sen, getting back towards B main. Narrate able to cross safely as well. Boostio on that line for a moment. Zekin still low HP, still with the Outlaw.
The Hunter Thieves shifted into a pretty aggressive stance up towards mid door.
30 seconds left.
So they're going to be pretty close to the action here on the site and maybe poised to play off some of the defensive util, or at least get into the side behind it. Okay.
This is a good reposition from Austin, setting up this crossfire.
Okay, shoots the clone first time, but here it is. The Stingers are getting involved. The weaker guns for Sentinels betrayed him at the end of the round, and Arsenal ends with 3. Great re-entry to that site.
Yeah, getting over to the screen, setting that up with the teammates who were rotating in from Link, just pinching the Sentinel players on their entry. Nicely handled from 100 Thieves after dropping their first man for that risky Outlaw purchase. Doesn't pay off, and it's going to leave one of Sen's players in an awkward buy situation for what should be their first true buy. Wow, really awkward, actually. This buy is not good. They have 2 Stingers and a Guardian right now.
Outlaw against full armor, though, 100 Thieves. That might look a little awkward. Pretty active Sentinels here over towards A main, but those Astra Stars do promise some stall.
Yeah, just using those missiles, the guiding salvo, to force any players off of trying to push A main so they can get it essentially for free. And now we'll leave Bang inserted there, can pivot back to him at any point if they need to, and at the very least we'll get that passive information from him that no one's trying to re-push out of A on the defense, as they intend on working back into mid, re-clearing this space of the map.
And this Killjoy pick allows 100 Thieves to sort of play more to the extremities, leave a turret in that mid connector with an alarm bot to boot. Have a lot of coverage there.
Drone for drone over in our EU trades 1-for-1 as a Prowler from Narrate goes over into the mid connector. Haunt now as well.
Celsius is trying to work B, but Boostio was sat there with that Outlaw, playing pretty safe, but that util's now getting cleared through mid. This is going to be ringing literal alarm bells for 100 Thieves.
Launching thorns.
Is Boostio going to expose himself to Celsius? No. Razorvine sent out. He's in trouble. He has to back up. He might be able to get a spam shot off. No, he's not even going to risk it.
Okay, gets himself away there. Full retake now for 100 Thieves. Both teams on odd buys.
And at least now for Sentinels, having the spike down, they can play closer up with the Stinger in a location like Halls. You see Zekin is over there ready to take a fight.
They're going to go for it here. Positioned up in tower now. Boostio again smoked off the sheer wall in his way. He's not been able to get any value right now with the Outlaw. They've got to clear Halls. That's their first protocol down right side, but it's going to be Zekin falling instantly. And again, just peering in from connector right now is Narrate. It's a tap. He doesn't think it's a full stick. He actually gets off before half. Maybe he had no choice. There it is, the wraparound. Arsenal is able to find Narrate sitting there inside connector. It's up to Bang and John Q to lock it down. Time is getting short.
They haven't even gotten it to half.
The swing out. They've not been able to stick it whatsoever, and time has run out for the Thieves. They'll clear off the Sentinels. No defuse.
Yeah, it was just that Gravwell came in at the perfect time. That's why you saw, I think, whomever it was in the smoke, they didn't pull the trigger on the Vandal because they were getting, pulled off of the spike. That turret got moved with it as well. Just great delay from Sen.
It's the first pick that Zekin in Halls. Arsenal challenges connector.
The ultimate is ready. Last player standing.
Man, you've got to have nerves of steel to hold a plan like that down.
And just like that, 100 Thieves, economy in the bin. This is Sen's opportunity to get back into the driver's seat, even the score, get their economy into a reasonable place.
That Hort was massive, Wyatt. It sees all of 100 Thieves pushing up in art. They've got to back away, but they actually can't fully escape. Zekin knows that is there, and it's the easiest frag of his life. And a second through the smoke. Now he's just putting on a show.
I mean, they're using the Armageddon as well. Just to get Zekin in. He's got his dimensional drift for later. All right, we're starting to feel some momentum building. The excitement is there.
Oh, the weaponry was good, but Sentinel's great conversion. And that's 100 Thieves kicking themselves for not being able to get that stick defuse down. And one Haunt catching 3 players, ping them out, and making it as easy as 1, 2, 3 per second to walk down connector.
Easy kills with the Stinger. Run and gun.
Absolutely mobbed.
No, we needed the Armageddon, but hey, we locked the round up without losing a single player. You think Zekken's ever going to get out of his chair?
I actually don't think so.
I don't think so. Maybe when they win and he has to. That might be the only time. Quick dimensional dripping sent down mid by the aforementioned duelist, spotting everything out that he can. Coming for his team that art is clear, backside is clear. Does spot one and dug out. That's bad.
Okay. Clone out,
Xander.
Oh. Solid as a rock. And Portugal going to walk into the spray, though, of Bang. Sentinels now set up on that A side. Zellsis ready to catch any pushes through, connected with Narrate. God, it's a rat! He's always there! Cryo's able to find the op shot. Narrate very, very low, though. Still happy enough with the post-plant setup, and 100 Thieves are still getting in position. Oh, man. At 30 health, by the way. He's able to pick that up. Null Command here, popped by Arsena. Going to be brought down, but damage definitely done. It's Zellsis and EU. Now to the depths of Zellsis shuts it down. Sentinels nose out in front.
Beautiful jiggle peek from Zellsis to lock up the round. An uncharacteristic slowness in the willingness to shoot from Cryo when he jumped up into Flower, gets punished, shot down. Oh, look at that, man. Perfect.
Big kills from Zellsis.
Might have surprised himself. He got the kill there, honestly. I think he might have felt like, wait, was that just the KO?
John's like,
dying or where? What just happened?
John's like, return my seat to me post-haste. And that's what Zellsis does. Not only does he get out of his seat, he gets his teammates up as well. You've got to be feeling the momentum here. The vibes in Sen City, premium.
100 Thieves were finally able to get their economies to the point where Cryo could get the op in his hands. He got one, but obviously the situation where you don't want the op is when you have to retake a site in a chaotic close fight. A close fight that Sentinels were forcing because they had just brought the Stingers from the prior round into that one. Made it so uncomfortable for that retake attempt.
This right now is a game of the barest inches. Arsena hastily just popping that null command in theory to shut down the any of the Vice util, which is great. Just gets down instantly.
I'm telling you, I think Bustio's going to regret not playing Vice a little bit in this map.
I mean, being completely
have fun
nullified by
putting down
Teo.
another ult. Yeah, it's just genuinely worthless. Don't even consider that they have an ult on the board right now. They only have a Blade Storm. Cryo has gone a little quiet, though, since that initial tear that he was on for those first several rounds.
Bro, you sold.
Was inexorable and has just really gone, not totally quiet, but certainly not having nearly the impact he did at the top of the map.
He's had 3 frags this half, I think, quiet. Probably not where you want to be. Not quite a quote-unquote 20-kill defensive half, as you put it. Still time for that, though. This is round 18 now. Sentinels just inch into the lead, but it's the economy for 100 Thieves that is in the doldrums. The piggy banks have been broken and they've emerged with a stinger or 2.
And we're seeing a patient Sentinels out of the timeout that are waiting out any potential defensive set play that maybe Zix has instructed the team to do when they get back into the game, but that's not coming. It's relatively safe. There was a little bit of a trap play set up from 100 Thieves that was towards that B-Link mid-connector area. But it's not going to be procced. It's just a slow approach to B from Sen.
100 Thieves definitely getting dragged onto this side of the map. Whilst Narrate starts to scale up his presence in A main.
100 Thieves, they are gambling correctly, though. They do have 4 players on the proper side of the map. Unless Narrate can draw them away. And oh no, he's actually not going to.
Still Garden here, but oh, okay. That is going to slow things down. Nice nano swarm. Here they come, though. Bustio taking pot shots. Zekken and Zellsis both go really quite low there. Zellsis having to back around the corner. He and John finding their key frags.
There are only 10 seconds right now to plant.
Is there any chance of Narrate? Oh, the backstab is perfect. I think there was a chance for Zeta to interrupt with some of the Astro util, but that got shut down. Narrate straight out of EU into the driver's seat, baby.
Making it look pretty easy. 2 ults kind of just thrown into the bin there. popping the Steel Garden on an anti-eco into the lockdown against the Teo.
Hey, it's about shutting down those stingers, all right? Get them out of my face. Sick backstab from Narrate.
Absolutely. Perfect timing. And that was after trying to make all that presence, make that noise over towards A, but it's neither here nor there. Cryo has the operator again in his hands.
I'm watching him.
Time. He's got to step up to the plate. They're investing in him.
This will be the round to do it as well. 100 Thieves with a buy, and there's Cryo. Makes his mark early. Gets away from the Prowler now. This is interesting. Knockfall thrown out behind them.
Yeah, caught by that counter Nightfall actually comes through.
Self drone going to be thrown out here. Sentinels no further than they began after that exchange of ultimates. And Cryo's been able to fall back to safety.
Heavy investment, and not a whole lot has really changed.
Pretty telling 0 point there as it was the Astra spotted out.
Cryo's just holding that line from Secret towards a main. The Bang is going to cut it off with the Cosmic Divide. They want to get a free plant here if they can.
I mean, it's awkward for Cryo, that's for sure. Arsene here hoping to delay with a molly. Xander steps up. Will he just plunge through? Times. Best bet is to... Oh my goodness, what a horn. Oh, he's playing off that one to perfection. Perfect little 2K, but the spike is still down. 100 Thieves still with some work to do when Cryo was holding the line. He's going to be brought down by Zellsis, and Narrate steps up to the side. Another 0 point. There's Narrate. Constantly good for one. Prowler might force him off to the side here, but 100 Thieves still need to get this defuse. It's up to Zellsis. The Vibes Merchant himself has to salvage. And Boosty Boy gets his team in the game again.
And even if he didn't, EU was ready to jump over top and trade that out. Great retake from 100 Thieves, just patient, waiting to play off the Initiator utility. That Haunt couldn't have extracted any more value. Perfect timing. Coming over the top from EU. Xander gets the 2 freest kills he's gotten in the series so far.
Oh. It's EU again with the setup.
And so cheeky, just hidden in the Nebula, able to play off of that in front of the wall. Really cool on the fly.
Another crucial moment for Xander, who really has just had an outsized impact in so many of these important rounds. That one was one that 100 Thieves they made a big investment in. That round was worth 2. Make no mistake. They're still able to buy pretty well into this next one. And a timeout call by Sentinels. Armageddon in hand. And still plenty of money to buy up fully.
Yeah, the Sen economy is remaining pretty solid. They're getting the spike down. They were able to play a couple rounds earlier, just carrying Stingers over from previous. So it's an uphill battle for 100 Thieves, no doubt. They're not in position to straight up break the economy just yet. Get a freebie. The pressure is still on Cryo here. They've, of course, saved the operator over for him. Sentinels have to be weary. He's ready to take those proactive early peaks. There's a lot of angles to do it from.
No, they've got to squash the Thieves here and now. Otherwise, this one gets out of hand pretty darn quickly. Cryo gets to play with the op again. Light armor, but still a threat. This time towards A main, maybe to catch a player on the extremity.
We're getting down to the wire. Spot in the upper semifinals, one step closer to making Masters Bangkok the first event of the year.
Up against the barrier, we are on this B side of the map. Into Plaza, maybe a fast plane to connect it here. Arsene can pick up this line. The turret did spot all of this action out, so 100 Thieves are poised to receive this, but are they going to be ready for these kind of numbers? Flash from second. Are we committing on this? Armageddon thrown at Halls here, and yeah, Sentinels want to get in there. Arsene just loses his nerve, it seems. Sprayed down through that smoke, and Boostio is going to be set upon on all sides. A second would have been great, but he's going to have to be happy with the one. Here come the reinforcements. EU from tower, Cryo inching forward. Awkward. Obviously with that up, having to retake. Just a shoulder would be enough here, but another Nebula is thrown in his face and forces him back again. Bang with the architecture, again to stall this out further. He's caught in the grab well. Just gets away.
I mean, this is just hopeless for 100 Thieves. Couldn't ask for worse weaponry to try and actually make that retake happen. You have a Judge and an AWP. Yeah, you just have to count your losses and get out of there. Carry the AWP over into the next round. Straightforward from Sen. Just trying to use their smokes to obscure those potential AWP sight lines. Barrel into the B site. Armageddon clears all the back hauls out. And then Boostio's just caught in such a tough position, getting pinched from main and Link.
It was a garden variety B split, I think. Haven't seen too many of those from Sen on the attack side, but all the early morning, the turret was set up there. 100 Thieves knew what was happening, but Arsena fell first outside that smoke, sprayed down through it.
Bear in mind, this is the Sentinels team that is up 11-4 all time against 100 Thieves. This started looking like it was going to be an absolute blowout for the Thieves. They destroyed them on split 13-4. It wasn't even close. They were in the flow state. They were playing perfectly. And Sen have dragged it all the way back. Map 3.
And here we are, round 21. 100 Thieves mostly able to buy. With that util distributed over that A side of the map, it is going to be Cray with the op. He's going to see a heck of a lot. Oh, he sees everything. Awkward. He's having a dash towards the side, but now that util's going to come, he's got nowhere to go. He's been shut down. He's taking damage, and John finishes him off. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. We're on Sen's wild ride. One by one, the Thieves fall. Caught outside of the site. Cosmic Divide thrown in here by 100 Thieves, but no great way to make use of it with only 2 players left. And Sentinels strut back up B-Long to set up for the post plant.
Do Boostio and EU commit to this? Do they try to fight? Or do they save and try to play for OT? It's a 2v4, but second teleport's behind. You've got to be joking. And he wants to take the fight. And he stood up. It took a hell of a lot of rounds, damn near 70 or more, something like that, but he finally stood up. He's finally excited when they're on series point.
But he picked the right time, Wyatt. That is the haymaker that sends the Thieves reeling.
They are ready to bury them for the 12th time. This is not a rivalry. They always kick our ass.
That's the pride of New Jersey getting loud about it. Wouldn't have it any other way.
And here he is in the dimensional drift. Getting that information down Link. The rest of the squad headed down B.
He's got to be feeling himself. A grind of a game here for Sentinels, but they're so close. Second emerges in, Halls, and there's Arsena slapped down instantly. Razorbind thrown down, but Second is able to play around it beautifully. Flash on Boosty, pushes with the shorty, almost gets him, and just pulls up short. Eventually, though, Bang is the second line, the second wave that washes over the Thieves. And they're down to Xander. And a low health Cryo who swings into the line. And it all falls to Xander, the newcomer. The hot prospect, out of challenges, the patient. And he goes for the spray. The flag flies high in Sen City tonight.
It felt like this was 100 Thieves game locked up. They were phenomenal on split. They kept the momentum into that first half of Bind. It was the IGL John Cutie winning an eco round there where some level of momentum started to come their way. It was slow, but they kept fighting and clawing for round after round. It was hard fought and an excellent win against the 100 Thieves team that has displayed a seriously high level of play up until this point in kickoff. The Sentinels fans rejoice. They're one step closer to making it to Masters, one step closer to back-to-back kickoff wins.
And they get themselves a date with Loud in that upper semi-final. But finally, we get to see what's been cooking in that Sentinels kitchen in the off-season. Questionable role swaps, not understanding why John was moving over to Initiator, what role Narrate was supposed to have in this team, how he would function, whether Zelsis was still up to the task, whether Zekin could step up when it mattered. As yes to all.
And it was John on the new Initiator, Tejo, on all of the maps, and on Pearl especially, finding massive value with the util drop. 22 kills for 10 deaths, top frag the server to win out the series. Fantastic individual performance from him today.
And this is a team that recovers from 2 of the most legendary players we have seen touch the game, departing the team. And they look for the new blood. Bang from 100 Thieves, who put him to bed last year. They threw the bag at him. And Narrate finally gets his chance to play, to show what he's made of on home soil. A team that would take a chance on him. And that reputation is only going to grow. Coach Kaplan can breathe deep here. Sentinels have made their debut on 2025. Look great.
It is mental to have to step onto this stage. Roaring fans, you've just replaced legends of the game. They have written down their tales that will forever be in the Valorant history books. TenZ and Saucy, you are filling in for them. TenZ was on an unbelievable heater last year. To be able to perform at the level required to keep Sentinels at the top when he was there, when the fantastic cerebral play of Saucy was there, is no easy ask. These are the two players who certainly can do it, though. And today, they showed resilience across the board.
And for Under Thieves, it's not over for them. They dropped down to the lower bracket here in kickoff, and there'll be some questions, I think, about their bind play. Slow, sloth-like at times, and it looked like they really weren't quite sure how to convert on early to mid-round positioning. Definitely a lot to take back to the drawing board if you're 100 Thieves. But we got what we asked for. We wanted a banger, we wanted a barn burner, and we got it. Sen City delivered once more.
Absolutely. A lot of positives to take away from 100 Thieves, no doubt. But yeah, question marks too. It feels like we're watching them unbind exactly where we left off with them last year, which was they were on the top with the map and then slowly declined.